I am Rube King's Goblin. 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 I am Rube King's Goblin.
We are having a comics
I
group
am
Goon
Rube King's
Helpers
Goblin.
meeting.
I am Rube King's Goblin. I am Rube King's Goblin.
Welcome to the Gray Cloudy Day channel.
I am Rube King's Goblin.
I give a hoot about Comics Group.
I am Rube King's
We
Goblin.
are having a comics group Goon Helpers meeting.
Light of day, but it doesn't help when they have to stop and kick people off the book for being affiliated with that comic group. And so this is his excerpt. He sent it to me, so all is not lost. So you get to see it, and like I said, this is in no way see the light of day, but it doesn't help when they have to stop and kick people off the book for being affiliated with that comic group. And so this is his excerpt. He sent it to me, so all is not lost. So you
We love Vasilis. We are having a comics group Goon Helpers meeting.
I give a hoot about Comics Group.
We love Vasilis.
Okay, welcome. Hopefully, anyway, I ain't gonna worry about it. Hopefully, everybody's doing okay today. I've been going pretty strong. I did get a few hours sleep, and this is not an exclusive. This is not just a comics group stream. It's a stream for everybody to come in and be welcome and feel welcome, and you know. eat me an orange too. Maybe I should, you know, I'm gonna extend I might need to send some people like another direct link. I mean, I'm not gonna be pushy and everything, but there's a few people I forgot that I might be able to send them something directly. So, in case they didn't notice, I'd said something in Elliot's chat, and of course, I think I started a few minutes early. But try to do that. Well, if I can find them. Okay, I'm having trouble there. Please chime in if you're there. I'm trying to I was wanting to send something. How about I do this first? Y'all just give me a second there, guys. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? If you have anything to talk about, think about anything, you know, like what you think. Sorry, I'm not trying to look away from you. I'm trying to do something on the computer at the same time. So that's where we're at on that. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I, you know, have kind of trying to keep the stress levels down, and boom. Anyway, I might not be able to find the direct contact to them. How about this? Pretty sure that we did talk at some point. I could be wrong. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, you know. Okay, guys. I'm not going to spend all day trying to figure it out, but I am going to drop the link for him. Just in case he might want to come on. Okay, I'm not ignoring anybody. Hold on a second. And if anybody is there that has a wrench, if you feel like you know someone that would want to join, you know, let them know about it. You know what? It's just as simple as this too. So I just dropped it in the chat as well. I wasn't gonna do that for some reason, but I do it all the time anyway. Just remember, let's keep it light. Let's try to have fun. It's a gray, cloudy day. It's a great, great, gray, cloudy day. And everything's gonna be okay. I don't even know if anyone listens to what I have to say. Ain't nobody want to see you eat on fucking camera. Boy, you better close your mouth while you're eating. Okay, hold on.
He lost his leg when he was
Give me a sec. Kid. Oh, you're there. Okay.
ski racers. Oh, there we are. I had to change the camera angle. My cousin Teddy was the number 2 skier. We turn off Bobby Kennedy. I had a podcast going here.
Oh, okay. Well,
Good old Theo Vaughn's got Bobby Kennedy on there this morning. That should be interesting.
yeah, that's cool. So I had hit the button on the computer, but it wasn't showing that you're on, but you're on. So I'm on. I'm not
I
gonna.
just seen the link come through. I was like, oh well, might as well hit the link and see what's happening today. Who do we got? Anybody out there watching or what's up?
Well, there's 3 people.
Oh, 3
Now,
people. Hi, 3 people.
I believe you might have been one of them. Maybe I don't know. No, you were watching Bobby Kennedy.
Yeah, I was. I had that on the iPad.
Right, but I mean, you happened to roll across and see that I was live, I guess.
Yeah. I think I got the link on Twitter or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
saw it.
said
I was like, oh yeah. I was like, boing.
Twitter because I was already live and everything, and I really didn't have an intention. Like I wasn't gonna drop it in the chat today, but I just came from another. I was in a chat, and there was a lot of people on panel, people that would be normally like. I'm sure if I give it time, a few of those guys might show up because it was they were having like a certain comic gate kind of conversation. But I was doing a stream in the middle of the night. I went over and streamed with my friend. Well, he don't like using the word friend too much, so I was streaming with my buddy Reverend Silver Struck. Give me a second. Damn it, Grey Cloud, don't be eating on camera.
I just finished my breakfast. Otherwise, I'd have been sitting here eating a bagel with you.
Look, we got masked ramen in the house. Can you see that?
I don't see the ramen unless you got some stuck in your beard.
No, masked ramen is in the chat. He's a buddy of mine.
Oh, okay. It's an actual person, not actual mashed ramen.
No, it's masked, like masked.
Oh, mask ramen. Okay, yeah. I heard you wrong.
Okay, I can fix it. Like, well, you figured out how you were able to see the chat the other day, right?
Well, now it's easy. I just hit the button and it takes me there. And maybe it's because I did it the other day and maybe the phone just figured it out on its own. Who knows?
Hey, Mass Ramen actually showed up, I think, right towards the. Well, he might have been watching longer than I had. I kind of caught the tail end of Elliot's stream, and Elliot he does a weekly stream every Thursday, or he tries to keep it. He's pretty tight on his schedule, and he tries to keep it like to an hour because he's working on his book. He's got other things that he does in his life. And I understand that kind of shit. Not everybody has as much time as I do, or maybe, sometimes you might be busier than I am, but we've talked enough where I know you also have a lot of days where you're just kind of sitting around, fucking kitten bashing or doing something like that,
Yeah, this time of year, it's too cold to go out and freeze in the barn, so I haven't been doing much kit bashing. I have 4 action figures that are sitting out there on the desk waiting for me to make a video, but I keep hoping I'll find 2 more to add to that so I can have at least 6 because my forte has been six figures because it's a nice title to the video and it'll show up in searches easy. So I've been doing a lot of that, but I haven't glued my fingers together in quite a while, and I kind of miss doing that creative part, but I don't miss freezing my legs when I'm out there.
Um, actually, I'm hoping that we do get somebody joined to help us. You know, look, see, I'm having hard, like earlier, I had to back out of my studio and just exit completely out off the computer. And then went back in. Like I was able to stay on here on the phone the entire time. And for some reason now the phone's showing me the chat and everything. The other day and earlier tonight, I wasn't able to see the chat in the phone. So I was using my computer to see it, but it keeps having kind of like an issue here. So what I'm going to do is basically back out of my studio from the computer, and then if necessary, I will kind of reconnect.
I was talking with somebody on Twitter this morning in the comment thread of something
Yeah,
about computers, and she was having a moment, throwing a fit because she went to use Word and she couldn't save or print her file because she had to pay a prescription fee for the software. And then she also had bought a printer, and in order to use the printer, that
yeah,
also required a subscription. And I was like, I put in there, I goes, I remember Windows XP coming with its own word processing program built in, plus media player, plus movie maker, and all those tools that were built in. And then they just wiped it clean and went with, oh, you got to buy all the software again. And I kind of commented on that about how I kind of disagree with the subscription based software, because I kind of have
yeah,
the same problem. I'm paying 40 some bucks a month to have Corel Draw, and it's not worth it when I only made $300 on signage last year. I feel her pain is what I'm saying.
right. I'm not ignoring you. I'm back in here. And it's so it might be for some reason now my chat ain't show, like I can't see the chat on the fucking.
Oh, that's the problem I had the other day. When I tried to go see the chat, that's when it kicked me off. But a part of that, I was thinking it might not just be the iPad. It might be the fact that my iPad is, I think I got it in 2018. So
Oh,
it's an Air 2. So it might just be too old to do the streaming from the
okay.
iPad.
So you, I wasn't trying to So now the chat is actually on screen with us. Can you see that?
I don't see the chat, but I'm not going to push any buttons because I don't want to screw it up.
Look at your image. You should see, like, on the phone it's gonna be small, but there's like it's where anyway, like at least I'm seeing it. I've got it where like it'll be like it's on our screen, like to the audience it's gonna be rolling up. I don't know what you're seeing, but
I just have under our videos, like your video's on the left, mine's on the right. Oh, I do see it. It's on top of my picture. I do see it, but it's too small for me to read any of it.
right. But I was trying to get it to where like but sometimes that's the thing you can do. I don't do it all the time. It does help. It's probably pretty. It probably should be done. Okay, what I was trying to get to is Mass Ramen had like you were talking about those tools. He says, yeah, those tools used to be free, the good old days.
Yeah, the good old days. They used to call XP, they used to call it 10 poser because the when Mac OS 10 came out, it came built in with a bunch of tools because it always had like iTunes and all those, a word processor and like my Mac that I have out in the living room, it's got a whole bunch of built-in software. I haven't added anything to it. When I bought the computer, it had Pages already. It had the media player or what iTunes, all whatever that it's called now. But I mean, it's got all the tools built in. I didn't actually have to buy any software for it for most things. And I miss those days of you get a computer and you can immediately use it for stuff. And nowadays, you got to pay a subscription for everything. So by the time you get any catalog of useful tools, you're shelling out close to $100 or more a month. And then, God, if you want to do something really serious like video editing or Photoshop or Corel Draw, then you're talking like at least 20 some bucks to 40 some bucks for that each prescription or subscription. And that's just, it's ridiculous. It's hard enough to exist. And then you get a computer and try to do some simple things. And it's like, more money, ching, 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 ching. It seems kind of, I don't know, selfish to the computer industry to be like that. I don't know. But also, there's not a lot of people sitting on a computer these days because most people are doing things from phone or tablet. And I mean, I partially understand it, but it's too damned expensive.
Can I ask you a question? It
Sure.
keeps telling me every time I come back through my computer to reload, or like, I guess, how do you refresh? I forget how you refresh a page. Like, I guess it's telling me I need to refresh this page.
Oh. Hmm.
I might be worrying about it too much, but it's just because, actually, you know what? If I'm still able to share a screen and stuff through the computer and it pulls up, I don't need. I'm seeing the chat in my fucking phone now, so I'll just see if it here in a minute if like. Let's see if this works.
Okay.
Like I don't. I'm not trying to. Like I want to see if pulling up. If you probably didn't see it at the very beginning where like I. Hold on a second here. Give me a second.
Yep. I got you in the middle, and there's like a crazy orange cloudy sky background. It's an orange cloudy day.
Well, no, yeah, I finally got it to where I'm trying to I had it working earlier. I'm trying to basically share something from my gallery, just as kind of okay. So it ain't working. Oh hell! Unless,
Do you still hear me?
yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 'cause I don't have a picture up there, so I just wanted to make sure I was still cutting through.
Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it because I figured out. So anyway, I got to keep the show going. I can't. I always feel like you get it going too. Um,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Yeah, I see your there's a screen under our videos now. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and I didn't mean that to be there. I'm trying to get it where. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. I know what I'm doing wrong. Um, Hold on a second.
While you're doing that, I'm going to try to zero in on the chat and see if I can read what people are saying. Oh, yeah, okay. So I see what we just read. Coolness. Yeah, I'm just chilling here in the warmest place in the house in my bedroom cuz I can cover my legs with a blanket and not be freezing. It's cold up here in northern Michigan today. It is cold.
I'm trying to find something just to. Okay, let's see if this works. This is me making fun of a friend. It's kind of freezing up a little bit, but it works.
Oh, is that like a filter you put on to change like the hair or something?
Do what?
Is that a filter that you put on to change the hair?
No, I just like took a screenshot of his avatar and from a video that they had made of him dancing or something, because there was a joke going on in the chat one day, and they were caught like people were making pictures of his, because he don't show his face, so they were showing like.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, it's like they were showing
The Saviors of Comics Group. Join Comics Group.
I don't know why Dr. Ben's Comics joined Comics Group.
Comics Group is here to take care of you.
Okay, I need to take that one off. Like this one. And now, like, basically, where am I at?
I see Superman and another Superman. Yeah, I see it.
I was just trying to show you. Like the other day we were having trouble and shit, but like now I'm able to. My phone's working again. It's like kind of all working off the phone, so I'm gonna find a few little
Comics
like,
Group.
I am self-destruct and I love Comics Group heroes.
We give a hoot about Comics Group.
I am Omer Snitch, and I am a member of Comics Group.
We are the Saviors of Comics Group. Join Comics Group.
I don't know why Dr. Ben's Comics joined Comics Group.
Comics Group is here.
So I think you saw all of that already, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I just saw it now. I think it maybe did it twice, but that was cool though. I like the animations in between. I don't know how to do any of that animation. I kind of.
That's all. That was just me fucking with Grok, because I was trying to, like, when I started the Comics Group Saturday thing, I was like, I started it, I scheduled it, and then like that morning I literally got up and was like, man, I got to create a few little fucking things and like snippets of why, because that's what other, like, I want to have the ability when I'm doing an actual show to learn to know how to do that shit. So basically, I'm showing you what I can do, but it makes it slower if I'm trying to have a show. That's why I was saying it'd be nice to have somebody that's more on the back end and willing to commit to being there for me on the actual scheduled shows, to be like, already have the clips ready to go, the intros, the outros, all that. And they can
someone basically running production while you're just chatting it up, and it frees you from having to do the technical stuff and having people watch the side of your head while you fix things.
Right. Because I'm the face of the channel, and if I'm going to have a co-host on a scheduled thing or multiple people on a panel. So yeah, that's basically where we're at with that. Let me check the comments. Oh, what's up, Dennis Rodriguez? Omer Snitch. Yeah, he knows. That was me. I always pick on Omar. He's like, you'll get to meet him one day. He'll come. I'm trying to get. And by the way, Dennis Rodriguez, or did you meet Dennis yesterday?
I met
believe he-
James. I met James because the three of us chatted for a minute, and then
I think Dennis might have been in the chat, but if not, he said he'll be right back. He might
Okay.
join us.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Well, he's one of the people I was talking about. He's over in Germany, and
Okay.
and he has like he works from home, so like on the computer, some stuff, like he's able to, he's able to join sometimes. See, I got a bunch of my own up here, and I'm like, I've got to take some of these down because I don't need 4 motherfucking gray clouds on there. Did you notice that I changed my thing? It's like, if you'll look at it closely, hold on, let me, oh shit, hold on. I got to take master C. Trying to do, okay, I got to hide that or hide it. Okay, there we go. It should. I'm trying to take that comment there off. But see it because I'm hitting the button too many times, it's like delaying and coming off of it. So why don't I'll do that. Okay, now there's Dennis's. He said be right back. And then I'll take it down. So what was it? I was trying to show you fuck, I just
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you were showing me clips of the comic. I just heard it several times, and now I can't remember what comic group, right?
yeah, it's just a parody and everything. But so like this early in the morning when I was trying to stream, so I had never finished this. And I don't know if I had interrupted you or something, but let's just keep going. So like I had went over to Self Destruct's channel, and I had not been on with Johnny Scab. He's just now getting back, and he's using his phone, and he's never really done it much on the phone, and he has to go through the YouTube thing and all this. So I was showing off comic books and my different, like we were talking about Judge Dredd and stuff because Johnny's covering Judge Dredd A to Z right now, like a big thick collection. So he came on and we did a show over at Self Destruct. And when Johnny left, it like Self Destruct didn't do anything wrong. He just didn't realize that he kept kind of repeating the same thing. And Dennis was in the chat, and Dennis knows. And I just started getting like fucking agitated, and I finally just said, I finally left. Did I already tell you about that already? I told my friend on the phone.
It's hard to say. We talked about a bunch of stuff we were on chat for 3 hours.
Yeah, but
and before that, we talked for like 45 minutes before we did that.
This happened this morning, so I'm forgetting. Okay. I was on the phone before I jumped on here. I was telling it to my friend Mike Hernandez. I'm not trying to interrupt you or anything.
Oh, that's okay. I sometimes will talk and forget to stop.
Look, Tank Ferret, good afternoon to all you magnificent bastards and bastardettes. Hell yeah, Tank Ferret.
Bastardettes, that is a fucking great band name. Bastardettes, that would be a hilarious band name. I don't know what who would you hire to do that? It'd be fun to just produce that and find the people to do it. But what would you do? Would you get chicks to be in that band, or would you do it with a bunch of trannies?
I don't know, man. That would be you, like Tank. That's just the way when Tank comes into the chats anytime, that's his first introduction to the chat. And I know Tank was actually on the Elliot Rodriguez, and he's also he takes care of his kids at home while he's working on projects and doing whatever work he does. But he does he's always talking. He'll pop in sometimes and be like, "Well, I got to get back to Dadland," And then like he might pop back in 20 minutes later and he's like, now, do you know what that means there? Por qué no los de, let me pull it up and see if you, do you know, I guess it's Spanish, maybe.
I'm jealous of anyone who knows Spanish because of all the language that were available. We were only allowed French class in my high school, but I wanted Spanish and it just wasn't available. Otherwise, I'd be fluent in Spanish. I just never had an opportunity to take Spanish. And then many, many, many moons later, I ended up working at the pot farm, and all of a sudden we had a Spanish crew come in to help with the harvest season because there's 8 people working there couldn't do it. We had to have like 6 or 7, sometimes 10 people out there harvesting the plants, and I felt so terrible because I just wanted to be able to shake hands and say hi and give basic instructions about, hey, what's what we're going to do today if you want to help, kind of stuff. But I couldn't have a conversation because I didn't know Spanish, and it just always drove me nuts.
So Tank is asking why not 2? I guess he's talking about your school only offered French.
Yeah, just that's all that we had. My brother and sister took it, but I had no interest in learning
No, I mean
French. I
he's
just
asking
wasn't into it.
why did the school not offer Spanish and fucking French?
Because I think we were there's like A schools, B schools, and C schools, and we were like a B school. So we only had, first of all, we only had so many classrooms and the availability for so many teachers. So
Okay,
I
I get
mean,
it.
we had room for a French teacher, and then I ended up doing like commercial art. So my junior and senior year, I would get on a bus. I'd take 2 classes, and then I'd get on a bus and go to an art school for the rest of the afternoon. So I ended up doing that. That was my replacement for having, any more language
Oh,
classes.
okay. It was a reference to the band, actually. I did because there's a
Oh,
delay in the chat. So, Tank, if you do have a time, if you, he's probably busy, but he knows he's always welcome if he does want to join for a minute and join the conversation just for fucking 5 or 10 minutes, till he has to get back to what he, I always offer that. And when somebody's a family man and is taking care of their kids at home and home,
that's
like,
important.
yeah, I'm not trying to be pushy, and he knows that, but so I'm realizing there's a delay. It's like by the time I see it, it's done been like it's already been in the chat on YouTube, but like it's taking a second for us to see it. What
So
I wanted to ask,
he says, oh no, it was in reference to the band.
yeah, like Bastardettes. You said should it be females or trans? He's like, why not both?
Oh, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I don't want to play in that band. I just want to produce it just because
He's
of the name.
he's kind of like because you were like that'd be, and then you're just, of course, we're just kind of joking around, but yeah, like he's playing because he said Bastardettes, and you're like that'd be a cool name. So he's like he's bouncing ideas, Obviously,
Yeah, that's cool.
but it'd be cool if you found the right people and put something together, and and was able to like help, like you said, be kind of a. Now, I wanted to ask a question. I'm thinking I'm gonna stop showing the fucking chat on the stream because it's like right in front of your face. It seems like.
Oh, that's all right. No one needs to see my face. I have a hard time looking at it.
It used to put it over kind of to the side a little more, and I'm not sure. No, that don't work. Okay, let's just
It might
keep
be
it.
because it's on the phone.
Well, now I was trying it on the computer again. I'm taking it off.
Oh, there it goes. It disappeared.
Well, like, hey, how Falguni, how you doing? This is my friend from India. She has a channel called Divine Rhapsody.
Divine Rhapsody. Cool. I'll have to try and check that out. If she puts the link in the chat somewhere, maybe I can look at a replay of the stream and punch
Well,
it and check out the channel.
I think I can do this. Hopefully everything's working and I can do this, but I don't know. My shit's lagging on the computer, so yeah, she's got a wrench. She can put a and hell, I'm getting excited, man. We're starting to roll. Like we're getting in there. Like people, I knew like this morning when so Self-Destruct had me all like fucking worked up, and I was like, he was on my channel, and he was starting to fucking just go back in the circles, and I kept having to say, look, dude, I left your out of, you know, I was like, I was getting excited. I'm like, I'm just fucking out of detox. I'm trying to just have a fucking good, happy, fucking go lucky stream. And it went from, and he didn't do anything wrong. I want to make this all about him, but it's like, and it was just because he was intoxicated, kind of, you know, like, and
yeah, that'll do that. You'll get roundabout circular conversation.
Yeah, it's like I left over there to come and start my own stuff. And when I fired up, there was a bunch of people I didn't even know because I'm streaming to both channels. And so I had a few like fun trolls. Like they were just making funny jabs, but I knew that wasn't like ill intention. And we were like, I was like, they had me laughing and rolling, and I was like, fucking, it was going. And then like I just like Self-Destruct wanted to come on, and I thought, okay. And he was kind of like calm for a second, and then it just started repeating. It was like he wanted to bring up my stimulated cynic and this deal with Johnny Scab, and he wanted to keep bringing shit up. And then he wanted to be, and I have no problem with it. But like he wanted to show something from, you know, that Art of Noise band or whatever.
Yeah, I remember them.
Well, he wanted to play this thing that he thought, like, I guess somebody created like some sort of imagery and like film type thing, and they put the music to it. So I had said, when this Art of Noise is over, I want to pull up something. And then he just kept wanting to pull his own shit up, and I was like, I was having
you weren't getting a word in edgewise, basically.
Yeah, I was having to mute him, and fucking like a online acquaintance, JD Kirby, like Lord, the Dark Overlord. He's got a fucking project, and he had said, you know, I've got a really cool project I think is going to really help move the independent scene of the comic book world. And I was like, dude, that's what I'm trying to get into. I'm helping promote, whether you're doing comics, whether you do music, whether you do fucking like film or even action figures, whatever. If you got it, whatever I can help somebody grow, that's what I want to do. And like, but he kept overriding, so I just muted him so I could just fucking tell JD Kirby, you know. And JD Kirby came in the chat and he was like, Gray Cloud, you ain't got to explain shit to no one or anyone. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, I'm, you know, like sometimes I try to explain and all this shit. What basically Self-Destruct hadn't seen me on a stream in a few weeks. He hadn't been following me. He hasn't realized that I'm starting to get bold, and I'm starting to like learn how to, like Tank Ferret, for instance, had to remind me the other day, it is YouTube. So it's your channel. Like if, in other words, I have to learn that if somebody's trying to come on my channel, just be respectful, you know?
Yeah, that's a big one. Try to be respectful to, especially when, like right now, it's you and I having a conversation and some people in the chat room. You know, we have to be respectful to one another to let each other have a word in edgewise to have a conversation.
Right.
That makes it easy for both people to share information simultaneously to a crowd of people.
I'm trying to figure out how. Oh shit! See her dropping that in the chat. I can't. If I hit it, it'll take me out of the stream. If you know what I'm saying. I know how to do it, I think. But
is it linked to her channel?
I don't know. She just dropped a short. It's probably something. Falguni, can you Elaborate. Is this a short from one of your videos? See, my computer is not like, for some reason, it's having a hard time today. Like, it's not the hotspot. I have a good hotspot. So I'm just going to have to stop worrying about it because, like, I can't necessarily, if I try to pull up her link, if I leave the chat to go to YouTube on my phone,
Yeah, it'll bounce you out of this stream, won't it?
right, you would lose me for a second. We might just, I would come back in, but like I'm fucking for some reason having consistent issues with this fucking bullshit.
To take care of you.
So,
Oh, cool.
how did that happen? I don't know
Oh, it's
why
the
that-
comics group one.
Yeah, but I didn't mean that to fucking happen. I don't know why that happened. Oh, Jesus.
Maybe
'cause
it
I'm
was still in the queue from earlier, and it's just bringing that up.
I'm just gonna exit out of the fucking whole thing off my computer and stop fucking worrying about that shit. Well, because I can't put if I'm not on the fucking computer and it's not able to, it keeps fucking having connection problems. I can't pull up fucking links and share them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes it weird.
Look,
That's probably at one point I'm going to try to do this from my Macintosh so that I can maybe pull up a video or
so
I
you're
have,
on the phone. You're on the phone. Is your
Yeah.
iPad on?
My iPad is up, but I'm not touching it because I might fuck up.
No, I was saying you could go and just pull up the live stream and watch it as a viewer on your iPad, and then you would be able to click the link and you could see your channel.
Oh, okay.
Like you're on, you would be on here, and then like you
So
just pull up.
if I go to YouTube and I go to your channel, this live stream will show up, right?
Yeah, and then you can come in through the chat that way and click that link, and then you'd have her
Okay.
information, at least know her channel, and you could just kind of save it.
I'll
But
go
it
ahead.
shouldn't mess up anything. Hey, look, Falguni says, "Motherfucking Gray Cloud the Wizard." Ha ha ha! Did I read that right? That is so cool. Yeah, I'm stepping up, man. I'm like, and Falguni, okay. We got Tank Ferret, Ferret in the house. You know, I don't have to rush and just jump. Let's see if it's gonna work for you. If it don't,
Yo, what's up, gentlemen?
what's up, Tank?
Good to see
I'm
you
trying
back.
to figure the best layout for us here. I think this will be it.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the best layout. And did y'all notice
Ooh.
raining on us? Like you're on a rainy stream today, but you are doing.
No, you know me, man. I love a good bit of production value, and you are definitely bringing the heat. I love it.
Well, I'm getting a little bit better at it. And then like Falguni, you know, I don't know if you've met Falguni, but she's from India, and she has she's got a spiritual type, she does spiritual type content. She, you know, she knows how to read cards. I know what y'all's opinion about that is, but you know, like tarot and.
I was just gonna say, is it like tarot cards?
Well, yeah. Master Ramen says, Tank.
What's up, Ramen?
I'm just trying to drop a few little information about her because, and that's not all she does. It's not like, but she talks about, you know, like now I haven't, for a while she was saying that she couldn't email me, like she was having trouble. Her emails weren't coming out because that's how we kind of try to communicate. Because I'm not on Instagram and she's not on X, so like I can't.
No, I dig it.
So, Tank, how are you doing this morning? You magnificent.
I'm doing good, my friend. I'm doing good. I am. I'm just getting some stuff together for my next Skyrim let's play. I went and had a little fun with artificial intelligence music programs. And by fun, I mean I beat my face against a computer screen for like 12 hours straight, trying to get it to understand the simplest of musical concepts when it came to editing. I ended up getting another artificial intelligence to help me talk to the other artificial intelligence and work as a translator.
Oh my God. That sounds like a fucking nightmare.
It kind of was. And a buddy of mine who's a musician, he's a studio musician, right? I talked to him about it, and I was like, "Yeah, I see what you're saying about the AI music and stuff, like the pros and the cons." And I was like, "Yeah, still at this point, if money were not a problem, I would gladly throw $3,000 to $5,000 at a studio for a month worth of production over paying $10 a month."
Dude, a real producer that knows how to listen to you, it can hear whether the
Can
music is good or bad or can suggest what it needs. That is 100 times better than any just standalone computer
Yeah.
artificial intelligence. Because, I mean, so I've been in the music industry for, gosh, since the early 90s when I first started playing. And
Mm-hmm.
my favorite experiences are like back in the
Goonies,
days of tape
I know.
machine with a real producer, and syncing up the tape and all that stuff you had to go through before you even started recording. But sitting there with a real human being and engineering what you're about to do and everything, I'm still way more comfortable in that scenario than I'll ever be just working with a prompt.
Right. Hey, I'll be right back. The dog has decided to let herself out of the office. I got to go close the door so we don't get the copyright strike playing in the
Oh,
background.
Okay, look, I was trying to wait for a moment I was trying not to like, hey, because I really I like to make sure I pay attention. If people are in the chat fucking saying shit, y'all are in the middle of a conversation. But so Falguni says, I do tarot just sometimes, but mostly I talk about my journey from a spiritual perspective, a self healing journey, kind of like what I do.
Word. So you guys want to hear some of the nonsense I came up with? I mean, it's pretty nerdy. I gotta warn you. It's all sorts of like Elder Scrolls.
Yeah,
Sure.
I do have some questions before we are.
Yeah, sure.
About your game, your board game, because I
yeah.
ended up with a roommate towards the end of Detox, and
Uh-huh.
They put him in my room because they had already met both of us already, so they knew we like to talk, we're nice dudes, or we have a good, they knew that we were good people.
I'm tracking.
Then he collected comic books. He had 20,000 worth of comic books stolen from him at one point in life. Artists as well. But as soon as I mentioned your board game or whatever, I didn't have a lot of information about it. So he's like, is this going to be a board game where you're rolling the dice and you got little figures, or is it like way you share the music and then we can go into that next,
Absolutely. Give me a second. I'm going to adjust the volume on my media player so I don't blast out everybody's eardrums, because it's rock and roll. I love me the rock and roll. I love me the medals. I love my medals from around the world.
Yeah, and disclose Kit Basher. I know you I know you don't like a lot of metal, or you do, but not the stuff where the
Yeah,
Anyway,
here's
I
the metal I don't like is when someone is just going. I have a hard time. I have a hard time stomaching that. Plus, I woke up from a coma last year, and that was all I could hear for about 15 minutes. Yeah, and it's scary waking up from a diabetic coma and then not being able to get a noise like that out of your brain.
Well, luckily there's none of that kind of nonsense because all right, so yeah, because it's it's Skyrim. I'm doing a let's play with over 3,600 mods. It's absolutely just breathtakingly gorgeous looking. It looks like the game just came out, right? And plus, I've got the fan service, or as I like to call it, mullet armor, where it's business up front, all nice and plated and practical, and out back, it's just nothing but a party, baby.
So Skyrim, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have a friend, a keyboard player,
Oh, yeah?
that one of his main gigs in life is he produces music and content for video game
Oh,
industry. And I
dude.
look in the credits, if you see the name Dan Wentz anywhere
Okay.
in the credits for the game, that's my old keyboard player. He's in Chicago now, but that's one of his main gigs is producing video game content
Well,
music.
that's not too terribly far from me. I'm only about 3.5 hours out of Chicago. So,
Oh,
and
nice.
I grew up in I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area, but I've spent most of my adult life living in Los Angeles. So 3.5 hours, that's a commute across town.
Nice. Well, yeah, Chicago, it takes quite a bit to get across town, doesn't it?
It does as well. Here, all right.
I've only flown over Chicago. I looked out the window and saw the what's the big black building?
Oh, the Sears Tower.
Was it the Sears Tower?
And then there's the Hancock building. That's the
Hancock
sci-fi looking
building.
building.
The
Yeah.
Hancock building, yeah, because at that point in time, I
Can we
thought I
pause?
was gonna live in
Oh,
Chicago
sorry.
and be a designer, so I was kind of obsessed with that area for a minute.
I'm not trying I'm trying to learn how to I want to address Falguni because she says she's honored to be
go for it.
presence of fellow musicians. I sing, can't make music. I envy you guys. So
I dig it. I haven't done music in 20 years, over 20 years. And so I had to go bust out my music dictionary. So that way because you have limited space in where you can tell the computer what you want it to do. And you got to fit that in with the lyrics, and then you got to fit in the direction. So busting out with that Italian music dictionary and then telling them times and timing and stuff like that. Okay, so this one I want you to be, 3/4 beat.
keep coming.
It's because people like you, man. You're a good guy. We appreciate you. We're glad that you survived this sabbatical.
I think you said you didn't know a lot about him. Wheel Studios.
Dude, I have gotten to know a little bit more because I'm seeing that gorgeous artwork coming around, and I saw that he got on what was it, the David Finch portfolio review, and he immediately took that critique and said,
me?
And
Dennis.
Oh, echo. Oh. Okay. Hold
I
on
think
1 second.
it's
I know
on
it is. Go ahead and remove my screen real quick.
Remove which?
The one I'm sharing. Here, I'm going to stop sharing it because it's coming through with my system audio.
Oh, the echo was coming from that.
Yeah. No, it's maybe.
You figure
'cause
it
says
out.
Also share system audio. Well, maybe. Can I just share this and it'll share the audio? It says share system audio, share tab audio. So,
I know nothing.
yeah, no, I'm trying to figure this one out, how I can do this.
Oh, he said who got on David Finch because he was on Hard Art.
Oh, was it on Hard Art? Okay, cool. I knew that I saw some people on David Finch, and I was watching Hard Art, and I love watching portfolio reviews. So yeah, the Hard Art with the critiques that were given to Will, and then taking that, and then I saw one of the pictures, because you know how social media is. It's designed to radicalize you, so it doesn't show me enough artwork, even though that's what I interact with. And I saw the before and the after, and that level of depth, that camera focus on the scene with the mountains in the background. And I was like, bruh, that is the music that I want to see with my eyeballs. I loved it. Like, I'll tell you
And,
somebody who got a hard art. Seeing that, I did.
But yeah, like of course we're talking about things that are new, like Kit Basher's probably like, but Kit Basher does a lot of kit bashing with action figures, like he does really he customizes shit, and but it's becoming an interesting dynamic now. We got like a lot going here, so hard art is some of the bigger guys in Comicsgate, and John Malin just recently started. Like for Will to be able to be on there, and he's only like his channel. Like I'm trying to help him get to 100 subscribers. By the way, I don't have the bit. Will, I don't know if I gave you a wrench. If anybody, because I'm not like I'm having trouble with my fucking laptop not wanting to connect to the hotspot. So I'm trying to learn how to keep this conversation without only me just talking, or just it's like it's kind of like we talked about the other day, and I told Kit Basher, or actually I don't know if you want me to use your actual name or not, but
Oh
Kit
yeah,
Basher.
you can say Tom. My real name's Tom, but
Okay.
I just use Kit Basher on the channel.
Right. Hey, I'm Weston Duggenstar, but everybody calls me Tank or Ferret, and they've been doing it for more than half my life. So when I actually hear my
it
name,
reminds me of one of the nicknames in Star Wars. It was Biggs and Tank were Luke's best friends.
oh yeah.
That's what I thought of immediately when you said that. It just Tank. Okay, cool.
All right, let's see if I can get this to work. Because if I can get this to work in a browser, then we're not going to have. Okay,
So
cool.
Is this some original music you want to play?
Yeah. This is the stuff that I beat my face against a computer screen to.
Oh, okay, with the AI stuff you were talking about.
Yeah, to make.
He wanted to try to figure out if he could get the echo to go away, and we're gonna try to pull it up.
I'm a nerd. I get into this stuff. So here we go. There we go. Now I'm sharing, and
yeah, I'm learning all
this
this stuff. Eventually, when I get Cakewalk back up and running, I want to sit down and program some stuff and get my shit going, because I got a whole album and a half or two of material. I'm too lazy to get on the computer and put it together.
So Will has joined, and we're going to bring him on before we.
Oh yeah. Let's do it. Yeah, get him up here.
You're a busy man, but Will, I'll let you on. We've been trying to get this. Tank wants to share this music he created through AI, but let's just get Will on first.
No, Will's more important. What's up, Will?
What
nice
is
to meet
happening?
You, man.
What's up, Cat Daddy?
We're gonna listen to some music.
Yes, we're gonna have some music. Some tunes, little ditties.
All right, man, let's hear it.
Tank can explain it. We've had a lot of people already be in the chat, and I'm trying to keep up with the chat, and I'm trying to find the. I'm trying to be a polite host and wait for the right time to be like. And then sometimes I'm learning. Sometimes I have to say, "Hey guys, just pause for a second so I can address this chat," because the chat is audience is the important part.
No, do your thing, man. Keep it rolling.
But if we don't have an audience watching us, then what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, we got to reference the chat every once in a while. I did want to say there was that gal that chimed in and said that she was a singer, and it was nice to meet musicians. I kind of can't remember everything she said in the chat, but I just wanted to say hi to her. And yes, never be afraid to go provide your vocal talents to a group of musicians, because a lot of times musicians can create music, but they can't write lyrics and they can't sing. And so sometimes it's good to have someone who's just a singer that can provide that voice to what your noise is.
And
agreed.
I want to drop Will. I actually when I was over in that chat where Elliot was ending, and I saw you pop. I don't know if you just came in at the tail end or were you watching it the whole time?
I pop in and out, man, and sometimes I'll pop in and say hello in a chat, and then immediately have to get up from my desk and go do something. You know what I mean? So I caught a fair bit of that interaction after Mike Wheeler and them popped in.
Yeah, like I came in kind of late, so I was like, all the people on the panel and then the people in the chat. I don't know if you saw it, but I was like, I'm gonna fire up a stream just in a little bit, and then I went and made it, scheduled it, posted it, and I was like, everybody's welcome. But actually, I'm not trying to toot your horn, Will, but I was hoping you would join because I was like, as soon as I saw you, I was like, man, you know, like if he's up and he's in the chat,
yeah, man,
it's an opportunity to get you back on here and
chill
right
for
now.
a bit. I got about an hour and a half or so before I got to get ready and get going someplace, and I'm drawing. I'm doing the final. This is hopefully the last time I have to draw this. The first page of the comic book. Now I hope I've gotten all the feedback I need, because then it's like after the hard art, I sent an image to a friend of mine who works in animation and stuff like that, and she had never like really given me any sort of critique, but I told her, I'm like, you know, I took some critique, and you know, this is before and after, because she's kind of seen my evolution.
Hit the screen.
But she randomly was like, you might want to lower the horizon line in that last panel too. And I'm like, she's right. Like I looked at it, and then this morning I've been redoing it, and honestly, I think the town looks better. You know, I'm
excited.
A lot of times when I'm drawing stuff, it's the first time I've really even attempted it, so it's like I'm taking my first swing, and this gives me a chance to, like, you know, throw a few more punches at it. So
I'm digging it. I'm digging it, man. I get excited when I see that folks are putting in, you know, the hard effort. Well, effort's not the word I'm looking for. They're putting in the work. They're putting in the work. Well, because, you know, it's only effort if there's resistance, right? So, but they're putting in the motion. They're putting in the energy.
The resistance is my stupid brain.
Oh, okay? Yeah, I have one of those too. The resistance
is the current between my mind and my fingers, where something gets jumbled up and I can't quite make it look the way I want it to.
Isn't that the struggle? Isn't that the struggle all the time? Okay. I mean,
sorry,
I'd have 1,000 comic books if I could get out of my head onto paper what I want.
Right. Will and I kind of had a similar discussion of, like, you know, I expressed something to him, but what I wanted to say, look, let Kit know, Kit, you'll see another icon is for private chats among us. You didn't know that. I'm trying to tell you, look at the comment on the screen. Falguni said, thanks, Kit.
Oh, I
appreciate
see that. I see that now. It's really tiny, but I do see it.
Well, I'm just, y'all just work with me, man, because, like, that's why I really need somebody on the back end, dude, so I can just keep doing this, and other people can be pulling the chat up.
Well, you know, there's two sides to that coin. The more you do it, the more seamless you become with it, and it becomes like like a second nature kind of thing, like playing and singing at the same time. You know, it's hard for a while, and then all of a sudden you're just doing it.
I understand that, but you can see, like, the more people that come in, the more dynamics we have, like, and then I'm having trouble right now, like, being able to pull shit myself up off the computer. So let's I just appreciate each and every one of you that are even here with me.
Well, I appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you, dude. I've known Gray Cloud for about a year now through Twitter, and now we've been doing this on the chat room and stuff. And he's become a pretty good friend of mine, and I try to keep tabs on how he's doing and everything. And you know, it's a really cool way to get to meet and talk to people about various topics, you know, right here online, and then be able to share it with you know, a room full of people listening in and contributing through the chat room and everything. It's kind of new to me because I've been lazy and haven't done it, but I really appreciate him opening up and making this available for us to kind of get in a room together and just talk.
I kind of jump in wherever I can get in, honestly. I've been jumping on various channels. There's Elliot Rodriguez. I got on him. Omer Glitch's channel. Omer is one of the first people to kind of let me on from the chat where I'm like, hey, how about can I jump on and draw with you guys? I'm just a random stranger. You know what I mean? And then started talking about comic books, and next thing you know, I'm just welcome anytime.
I believe I saw you Omer stream one day or night, and that's where I first interacted.
Yeah.
But so let's try to get an order going here. So Tank's been wanting to share a song.
Oh yeah, no, I'm in no hurry.
Okay.
Yeah, let's let him get a chance to get his music on there. He had it on there, but it was causing a delay earlier. So let's see if we can get it back in there.
I think I got a big enough hammer to fix it because the old tanker saying, if at first you don't succeed, get a bigger hammer.
Well, once we let this go, and then Tank, if you need to pause it at any time, but if you just want to let it play and we listen to it, then once that's over, we can kind of talk about it and move on, and then we'll share some shit, and not shit, not that you're a shit artist or anything, dude. Just you know what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, my shit smells good.
To be fair, I did make it with AI, so it could be just a heaping pile of feces.
Well.
But yeah, let's get into this. Let me make sure and let me know if the volume's too low, too high, and whatnot.
I like it. Makes me think of Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Right, I took a little bit of that, a little bit of Sabaton type of stuff without directly referencing them.
They fled. His grandma leading vengeance bred. Kayla strong ten, first of name. Shield maiden fierce in storms called flame. Axis gleam neath northern lights. Companions 500.
Nice round.
I really like that part where he's saying it. Got a power metal feel on it.
Kind of reminds me of a Dream Theater kind of a thing,
right?
Yeah, it does. Was that you, Tom, saying that?
Yeah, that's some headbanging going on there.
Got the breakdown, yeah.
Yeah, like that's jamming out, dude.
Some epic Nordic vibes.
Yeah.
See, let me pause it for a second. I can't hear you too well.
Okay. Well, I was saying, Tom was saying like if we could find some people to actually create, like real people to recreate, like it might not be exact, but that's something for someone, a template for some actual real musician to work off of. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
We could organize
like the AI as a starting point, and then you go in and go, okay, it's cool up to this point, but I'd like to change this, and then you just remake it in your own fashion.
Yeah, like and that was one of the things I was talking to my buddy about. I was like, look,
Are you still there, Will?
Oh yeah, I'm still here. I'm just listening.
maybe
Okay.
we could use this as a proof of concept, and make it more original. Fix some stuff here, fix some stuff there, and whatnot. So as a proof of concept, it works. And plus, for this is for my this is for my live streaming of the game, and it's story driven, right? I'm doing a story driven playthrough, and so the character's name is Kayla Strumkeen the Fourth. So I wrote some songs about the previous ones of her name and why she's like got big boots to fill, right? So the first one is like when Ysgramor originally invaded Skyrim and took it from the Falmer, the Snow Elves, with his 500 companions to avenge the original colonists who were slain, and how she was a badass shield maiden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, I don't know much about video games, so you're teaching me something like the storyline.
Yeah, and so like, and I, of course, this is all just, this is fan fiction. I wrote just to kind of create a little bit more depth to the story that's going on currently.
And sorry, I continue.
No, go ahead.
Say before you hit play and continue and finish,
Yeah.
we have several people in the chat that are like agree. Like Falguni says, this music is sick. Whoa, so cool. The ultimate adrenaline boost.
It does have adrenaline boost, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's so
it's doing that job.
It's late where she's at. She's like blasting this on full volume. I want to be able to sleep for another hour. Ha ha ha! So good. So I wanted to get that in there. And Mass Ramen had said, what was it? He says it definitely has a fantasy feel. So I'm trying to learn to address, but because they're giving you feedback on your song, and so are we. Y'all just let me know when, like, you think, like, Tank, I'm leaving it up to you. It's when you're ready to finish it, and let us finish it, and then we can all come back on screen and fucking talk.
Yeah. No, let's
I'm enjoying it.
Right. Let's see here. Where is I lost? Oh, I thought. See, that's the thing. Okay. Yeah. Here, let me go ahead and we'll listen to a little bit more of this one.
Swells in black and night, the fighting rage, the final fight. Kayla's blade sings a dirge of steel, companion's blood, vengeance she will deal.
And I want to get up and fucking raise my hand.
AI
Sorry,
can do
say
this.
again?
I just want to throw my bass in the garbage. I'm done.
See, no.
I'd have to charge $200 to sit in the chair just to be able to lay that down, You know what I'm saying? Going in the studio, you gotta, you gotta either be doing your own shit or be paid for your time and stuff. And as I'm listening to that, I'm like, yeah, I could lay that down, but I'd have to spend 2 days practicing it, go in the studio and lay it down. I'd have to charge at least $200 or something to be able to do something like that. But now you can do that with AI, and it's just a little unfair.
Well, and here's the thing: is like, if
we
you
can't
really
figure out how to do it on the computer ourselves, like I'm gonna learn how to. I'm gonna eventually learn how to use Audacity or whatever. It's gonna take some time, and then you know what I mean, like. We might just like be old heads. Like I'd prefer to just go in a studio and pay for it too. But there is, if we can learn it, if you know how to play, you can lay down your own track and then put it in there. And it takes a lot of time though. But still,
the drummer's always the bus driver. The song is only as good as the drum track allows it to be.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, yeah, the rhythm section really has to hold their own because they're the backbone of any song, in my opinion. The drums and the bass.
The only
I could.
example I would have for anyone to see is the stuff my friend Brandon and I worked on. But Brandon's a really good producer, and he can program drums. He's got a thing called Redrum, and it's basically the Lindrum, but it's just once you build it, you can go into Cakewalk and you can in real time adjust every little thing about that drum track, and then you can make your first round and then copy it and do your second round and it's the same drum track, but then you can go in and manipulate each piece of it so you can make it sound like a real drummer making a not a mistake but a slight timing difference that's not exactly the same as the first time you did it, which makes it sound more real. And then you can make it sway the tempo so it goes a little bit faster and a little bit slower like a real drummer would.
Right.
And some of the stuff he put down on our Pond Hoppers music is just incredible.
I know.
Right. Yeah.
I want to. Okay. I know I'm taking up time as well because
No, you're good.
I want to give everybody their due. You know, Will's on here, so let's finish this and then talk about it a little bit, and then I want to. Yeah, maybe
Are we
that's
on a
not big,
time limit or something?
huh?
Are we on a time limit?
Well, no, I guess not. Will said he had about an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, I got time.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that's just like a nice little sample for like that song. So I went with, that because that's like.
I'm not trying to like.
Oh, yeah, you're
Will
good.
tell me when if it's getting longer into it and we're still like talking about other things, he can let us know. Like, hey, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I'm tracking.
Like, I'm learning this shit, man. I'm trying not to be an asshole to anybody, but sometimes, unfortunately, it's going to come across that way, and I don't think you guys think that.
No, you're good in my book, man. Hey, it's your goat. We're just the ones fucking it, but you've got it by the ears.
You're driving this truck, okay?
Well, I'm learning how to be like some people are trying to teach me, like, man, you know, like when it like it's like I tried to tell self-destruct earlier today. It's like if I come into your domain on your channel, I'm going to try to be as respectful as I can. But I had to leave his channel because I was getting irritated as fuck. So I started my own stream, and it was a good stream. And then I let him back in, and I feel like I'm complaining and bitching.
What was he doing?
I really get along with him, but it's
Was
like
he just being drunk and falling asleep?
well, no, he was just going in circular motions, like repeat mode. You know what I'm talking about, Tank?
Yeah. No, I get into that mode sometimes too.
I don't feel like I'm not saying anything that I hadn't already said to him, and it's just I'm really trying to tread the line, but like I'm learning that at some point other people might come in and be like, and I understand everybody's like sometimes people are gonna be like buzzed or whatever, and you're not realizing that it's not that they're doing anything wrong. It's just like if I'm trying to have a show and there's other people interacting and all that shit, and then if I'm getting irritated, then I don't want to keep. Like it's like if I get to the point where even on my own show, I just want to fucking stop it. That's not good.
Well, do we want to hear the rest of this song, or shall we just jump over to the next one, which has a little bit of a different flair?
Yeah, let's hear
the next one.
All right. Let me boop. I see. I like Restream in this. I don't even have to unshare and then switch tabs. I can just go just share this tab.
For that to be completely big, there we can all be on screen, right?
Yeah. I think so. I'm not as familiar with Restream as well, you know what? Let's try.
Yeah. Let's. So now we can see Will's pretty face and
oh, perfect. Yeah, there we go. That glorious mustache.
Yeah, he was down here on the left-hand corner, and the chat was covering his face up.
Yeah, there we go. It's perfect.
Yeah, I just realized we can have Tanks both panels on here, and then all of us be on screen and still just listen to this.
So the first one was a song about one of Ysgramor's 500 epic warriors. This is some Elder Scrolls lore, right? And and the first Kayla Storm King was a shield maiden, right? And so Kayla Storm King II was a healer under Tiber Septim as he established the empire. And so that's a little bit of the story behind this song. Let's roll this beautiful bean footage.
Oh, I already fucking dig this already. God dang.
Yeah, I went with more of a Celtic flair with this one.
I was going to say it reminds me of Ashley McIsaac.
Yeah.
From Skyrim's crags to Cyrodiil Plain.
Hell yeah.
Kyla Storm King the second in healing scene.
Septim, the conqueror's side. She mends the broken.
I go see this band.
With fans of the wild and spells from the north. Armies march on, their vigor full.
In battles fierce where empires clash, her hands win life from walls crash.
Okay,
I tell you, with a voice like that, I ain't kicking her out of bed for eating crackers.
Great war rages, the legions fall. Timer's blade cuts through one and all.
I took y'all off the screen so I can show you.
Sorry, say again?
I said I made myself maximized so I could just stand up and jam and you can see that I'm fucking rocking out. Just keep playing.
All right.
Kayla calls forth the ancient soul.
I'll see if you're not.
Like spirits heal.
Dovah, whisper the wounds they see.
None lights his fire to Hammerfell sand. Her support holds the empire's grand stand.
Through sieges long and nights of despair, she bolsters the weak, dispels the snare.
Tiber's armies are broken, arise. With a through circle in their claws.
Goddamn armor, divine seal, protects the ranks of the bloody field.
Healer of legend in Celtic storm. Kyla forges the empire's form.
Generations sing of her selfless arm.
The Starking blood with the healer's heart.
No glory sought in the victor's hall.
Just lives restored from the fatal fall.
From Lord, yours to imperial throne.
Legacy etched in rune unscorned.
Kyla the second, eternal guide.
In war's grim depths, she turns the tide.
Strong king, healer of the flame. In Tiber's war, eternal name. La Granad, the dragon's grace.
Support the brave in empire's race.
Strong king, Celtic thunders call. Through blood and
That's
standing tall. With Dovah's breath and healer's might, the empire rises into light.
killer, dude. God.
Now hire a band to play this stuff. That's
Right?
the real
That's
trick.
dude. Hey man, you know, like if this Let's Play continues gaining momentum like it has been, because I was like, dude, I just wanted to take a break, but it turns out that this is a decent vehicle. Even drove some traffic to a couple of sites that I just kind of advertised while I was playing. Take a break and I do an advertisement and go stretch my legs and stuff like that. Because I don't sit at the desk for too long. I was largely sedentary working for years, and my health definitely took a hit because of that. And so I was like, all right, you know, I got to change I have to change some routines here. But yeah, so that's that's the story of Kayla II. And so I went with more of a Celtic flair, uh, and wanted some swapping back and forth between the male and the female vocals to kind of show the, the importance of Tiber Septim. He's the first emperor. He's the guy who learned how to, learned the dragon's voice, the Thu'um, and all that other stuff.
So
And go ahead.
Let's get. I want to make sure, like, I'm on the same page. You did write these lyrics, right?
Yeah.
Right. So they're your lyrics, and then I had I have a, I don't know if you've been either in the chat when Tomcat's been on, or maybe even on a panel. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Vaguely. I think I've run across them.
Well, he does AI stuff, but I have always been curious, like, even if you have to create the music with AI, is there a program where you can actually, if you knew how to sing yourself or you had some singers to do it, can you use the AI music but actually have like a real human?
Yeah, I could say, I use Suno for this, and I could say, like, hey, Suno, I want to remix this song, just instrumentals. And then if I'm paying for the premium service, they'll actually let me download complex information files that I could say plug into audio software, like real audio software, and then I could play with it there.
Yeah, so
which is
potentially
pretty neat.
You make it instrumental, and then you could find, like, the people that could do the right voice you're looking for, and then you could music and they could lay a track down.
Yep.
Absolutely. Am I right? That's interesting, though. That's interesting. I think that's I think a lot of people just, like, because they're, like, I don't think people think about that so much, because I mentioned that to Tom. It's like, even if you can't sing, like, if you could if you're writing the words yourself, you're not having it create the words. You've wrote the words. You get the music in, until you're able to have the band play, Correct me if I think that's what do you think, Tom? You know what I mean? Like, if you're having to use the AI, it would be cool to, like, actually do what he was talking about. Get it on a instrumental, and then be able to send it to a few people you might know that actually sing and shit, and see what they, you bounce back and forth till you get it.
Yeah. I mean, this is for a production tool. If you're just like a poet, you write the lyrics and you have kind of in your head what melody you got for something. Sometimes you have to put it in the drummer's hand and put the pace of it, and then you've got to hand it off to the next musician in line and build it piece by piece. And then a lot of that, are you going to write all, are you going to play all the instruments, or are you going to have people do it? There's so much involved in just producing a piece of music. And then that software you're using has the ability to go in and stitch all the loose ends together for you. And that makes it such a good production tool.
When you find a band with the capability to replicate this type of music, though, at that point, why would you need the AI?
Yeah, you wouldn't need them anymore.
You would just talk to the band and be like, hey, I want to do this song with Skyrim. Here are some of the lyrics. And it's literally the same thing, but you're prompting people with skills.
I would throw money at that. If I had the money, I would just throw it at them just relentlessly.
And they probably have a library of music. My big question is, when am I going to hear a song about the lusty Argonian maid?
See, I like that. That's a nice deep cut right there. I actually thought of doing that.
So wait, let me ask this really quick, because I'm a little bit lost. Is this all about the video game Skyrim, the music and everything?
This sounds like it.
Yeah, this is all about the lore and the world, right? So the second song, the one we were just listening to, that is all about the founding of the empire and the famous Kayla Stromkeen, who was a member of that. Yeah, so she was a healer, right? That was the second of her name, was a healer. The third of her name, which is what this next song is about, was the Nerevarine. That was actually my character's name when I played Morrowind, Elder Scrolls 3. And so
real quick,
this, sorry, go ahead.
no, you finish your thought, and then I was gonna share. Falgooni's done said a couple of things, and I'm just trying to.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying to be a good host. I'm learning. I'm learning.
How lost are you, Gray Cloud? Because do you know what Skyrim is?
I do know what Skyrim is.
Okay,
I
just making
have a
sure.
lot of
Just,
friends who play video games. They talk. I like to look at I like to look at the story parts in between people playing.
Mhm.
So is Kit Basher? I guess he left and then come back.
Get bounced. He might come back. Who knows?
Eaten by wildebeests.
There he
There
is.
he is.
Okay,
So-
yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is it's just I know of Skyrim. I remember a lot of people talking about it. A lot of people that I'm friends with and acquaintances with. It's just the fact that after Atari 2600, I kind of never played video games again. I played the first Nintendo a little bit at my friend's house. Played a little bit of PlayStation 1 and 2 when my friend Mike Hernandez lived with me and Mom. And I was playing the first or second Resident Evil, and I'd only get so far. And every day I'd come home from work. I worked a third, and after about an hour or two, if I couldn't get past this one place, I'd just like, fuck this shit. I don't have to. But I enjoyed. I'm glad that y'all know a little bit about it and are able to, it's interesting to me. So
It's an interesting. Yeah. I'm I'm a sci-fi guy, right? I'm all hard up on science fiction, but I do I love it when a fantasy can grab my attention and keep it there. And the Elder Scrolls, with its deep lore, has done that. I've gone back. I own the entire library of Elder Scrolls games. I bought them all. All because I played Morrowind, and I put like 60 hours into that game. Trying to get 100% on it. Trying to get 100% on an Elder Scrolls game is like, dude, there's much better uses for your time. But heck, not as many of that are as fun.
I feel like I spent that much time in the game just messing around.
Right.
Just be like, I'm gonna try to kill Vivek, and I'm a level 11.
Yeah.
And then pulling it off.
Speaking of which, this next one is all about the Nerevarine. Right,
the next game,
and this next song, and this one I went with an entirely different feel because I was like, this is not told from the point of view of the Empire, right? Directly, this is something a little more alien, a little more foreign. This is Vardenfell, the Isle of Vardenfell, the land of Morrowind. Dark elves who are culturally very different from the rest of the Empire. So I went with more of like a Who or Tengger cavalry kind of feel on this one.
Well, before you hit play, Falcone said, this is such a breakthrough moment for me. I can make and assemble music now. Like she's learning that she could do something and then put her voice to it. Thanks, God. Thanks for this stream, dear Cloud. Like, she's like real, like digging. She's an artist. She's she does. I don't know exactly, but she works with. I think
drop her links.
Well, she dropped it earlier.
I see. I'll scroll back later.
Well, she can drop it again if she wants.
But so this next one is a style wise is a complete departure from the previous two. But still,
are you all right, Tom?
Say again.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Oh, me? Yeah, I'm listening. I'm just listening because it's blowing me away, the quality of the AI to what you're trying to. I don't know how you program your prompts. I know nothing about running the AI software. I haven't messed with it yet.
Well, I used song.
I used Grok 4 to help me compose the lyrics, like change things up, get different perspective, kind of bounce as a bouncing board, right? So I would come up with lyrics, bounce it over to Grok, and then tell Grok, no, Grok, bad, no. And go like, hey, actually, that you have a good point over here. So let me go edit this. Then I'd take my edit, go send it back to Grok, and then Grok would be like, hey, I like what you did there, blah blah blah. How about this? How about that? And I'm like, yes, no, maybe so. Until I felt like I was like, okay, cool, this is good enough. It's cheesy, right? Because this is for nerds, but it's not so cheesy that the general public would be like, I don't care about any of this. It's all stupid. You guys are dorks.
No, it's fucking, dude. Like, I think anybody, whether they know what it's about or not, they'd be fucking bobbing their head and jamming.
And that's what I want to do, because the more people I can get over to my channel, and I've let them know, like, while I'm playing, like, I am into some serious nerd shit. I like the tabletop games. I like the video games. I like the comic books. And, I do streams over there where I feature all this nonsense. So, if they're into nerd stuff like that, and they don't want any political spin to it, come on over. We're here just to have fun.
Right. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do too. Like, we might start off talking about one thing and we lead to the next, then to the next. Like, it's kind of organic. Now, if I have a pre-scheduled thing, I want to, maybe start off with something. But so let's share this song. I don't know how many songs you fucking have already.
Just one more after this. I got 4 songs, one for each Kayla.
Okay, is that cool with everybody? Let's try to get.
Yeah, I think this is a fun topic.
And then we'll. And then Tom, I was gonna say, do you have any action figures in your house that you can just like share later here in a little bit?
Oh yeah, I'll kick the light on, and I got a couple of ships.
Well, it was a suggestion. So like, we're promoting and kind of trying to, we're trying.
I'm an incredible listener. If all of a sudden there's a subject matter that there's things that I don't know about, like I don't know anything about Skyrim except for my ex-wife's kid beat it in like 12 hours.
You don't beat Skyrim, okay?
You experience it.
Well,
he probably beat the main
he got
quest
into
line.
it and did, I guess, the missions that you have to do to reach the goal, and I guess he did it like in the day he got the game. He just went into it and just had gone all the way to the end of his mission, like beat the game, I guess. But
okay,
whatever his objective was, he's like,
right.
I beat it in under 12 hours.
But did he become a werewolf? Did he get the Ring of Hercene? Did he become a nightingale?
There's so much to do.
Play Skyrim or not? Or did he just defeat Alduin?
All I was told was, I remember.
You hear what I'm saying?
We went and got him the game, and then he played the game, and then he came out and told me like the next morning, he's like, I beat the game already.
Yeah, no, he beat the main quest line, and now he's ready to go adventure the rest of the land because there's so much. Oh god, there are 100. Each of these games has at least 100 hours of content.
And how many Radiant quests have you done after you became an assassin?
I don't know anything about Skyrim.
Anunnaki Child. I got it. Oh, Falguni said I don't have to attend to her chats. But she got Anunnaki Child is another person that he's not in the comic scene, but he knows, he does some music. He does
nice.
So he jumped in at the right time here. Me and him are the ones that I'm working with about. Him and I are gonna try to create a show that's kind of like Art Bell and shit, where we talking about like it'll be a scheduled thing, and we're gonna work up something. But I wanted to give him a what's up. Y'all, I actually enjoyed Oblivion a little bit better than Skyrim. Both really good though. So he knows what you know, like And so let's Anunnaki, we're listening to some of the AI stuff that I'm trying to move this along so it keeps because we could talk like like I'm trying to learn how.
Yeah. He's reminding us that there's people in the comments, and that's important. Yeah, if someone chimes something in the comments, by all means, pause us so we can focus on what their response is, because I can barely see them, so they're just little white lines to me.
Right. Well, Anarchy says also I do have a hell of I guess he means a hell of a lot of action figures still in boxes. LOL. So he's also a collector, I guess. Anyway.
Oh, cool. Yeah, definitely. So when we're done listening to this music and talking about that,
well, the next I'm gonna try.
I'll bring something out.
Well, you can get it ready, but I want to go in. Like, I know you were on here first. Well, I'll let Will decide. Well, I don't know why I'm saying that.
Oh,
it's
no,
my
no.
channel.
I think when Will
No, he's got action figures.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I do that on my YouTube channel, but I mean, I wasn't planning
He
on
does
really
custom
going.
work.
I'm really interested in what your topic is right now, because you're new to me, and I'm a musician, and I'm listening to what your interpretation of this whole world I've never seen before, because I don't know anything about Skyrim.
Well,
I
hold
just-
on to your butts because
Skyrim's fun.
We're about to rock out with the junk out.
I have arthritis, so I can't play video games because my hands would hurt too much. So I just don't do them.
I see that you shared something, Will. I guess you're just getting it ready. So
No,
when
just
we're
whenever. It doesn't matter. I'm just
Yeah,
drawing.
I'll
So
get
the
there,
longer you take, the more I'll have done before you get to me. It's fine.
And he's also an artist, and I'm also an artist, and I haven't done that in a very long time. And it's very interesting
a
to
writer
me,
and
this
artist
topic.
also. So let's get this song. Let's listen to. This is the third song. So let's get through this song. I'm gonna try not to fucking talk. Let's just try to get. And then we'll pause for a second and let's listen to the next one. Then,
all right.
Let's keep it rolling. Like y'all help me. Like here, like you being here with me is helping me kind of learn how to navigate. I think I'm getting better at it. So.
Well, you know how it goes. I was once a normal ferret thrown into a particle accelerator by scientists, then bitten by a radioactive tank, and now I'm your friendly neighborhood force multiplier.
Whatever he said was fucking funny as shit.
Yeah.
He's a tank ferret, dude. He just explained his whole origin story.
Falguni said earlier that she wrote the goat quote down in her journal.
I got that from one of my drill sergeants when I was at armor school. So
yeah, you said something like, "Great Cloud, it's your goat that we're just fucking it," or something like that.
Well, hold on one second. I'll be right back. I gotta go close the door. Dog let herself in again.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna teach you how to close the door, dog.
Sometimes my cat will pop in here in the middle of doing something.
All right, I'm back. We ready to roll?
Anunnaki, if you're still there, hang around, and then if you want to try to join, you're welcome in a little bit. Let's just try. I'm trying to get. I don't have a fucking time limit, man. This stream might, like some of you might have to leave, but I'm gonna be, as long as there's people interacting and we're doing the thing. That's the way that I've been doing it here lately. So it could go 2 hours, it could go 3 hours. Like the other night when Tom and I were just together, we kept going, well, I think we need to get off here. And then all of a sudden 45 minutes had went by, So
that happens when you're talking to friends.
Yeah. So Tank, when you're ready.
All right, let's roll.
I don't like that really.
Shadows of the sea in iron bite. Kayla slum, Killither, lost to ash, choked night. Flung tomorrow, wind failed and whispering waste. A captive soul, fate's riddle to taste. She spurns
I like it. It's an E flat.
from the storm where destinies flee, yet fared and fails
I
no
just grabbed my bass so I could figure out what
the
key it was
wanderer
in.
through the endless fall.
You know, a little vocal fry.
Through tombs of forgotten kings she roams, unveiling tales in cavern tones. Eyes of the lost reflect her flame, and outlander weaving their whispered name. Battle merge with Starforge, gauntlet fierce. Sword and comets, lethal kiss. Spells like silken tempest spun, iterations fail where battles are won. Almalexia, so the seal be vexed, divine masquerade. She storms the line
So
with unyielding blade.
I want to be in this band.
Right, me too.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Hey, listen, I got nothing but a pile of 5-string basses, and that's what I do best. And I'm ready. Let's get this band.
Although I don't.
Where's my?
This website.
Falguni, you have a good night. She said she's got to go. It's 12:40 a.m. and where she's at.
Well, hey, have yourself a good one.
This music is just the right beginning to this day. Have a great day. See you. Bye. So, okay, cool.
Hey, thanks for
Bye.
being in here with us. Thank you for listening to this wonderful podcast. This is a good
And
one.
by the way, if you didn't catch it, she's in India. So,
India,
Okay.
India, that's very cool. I don't know where everyone's from. I've lost track already, but I mean, wow, yeah. Tell us where
I
you're
get a
from
lot of
when you're.
people in the chat coming in from other countries. I get so blown away, like people from Britain. Like last week, I've done mentioned it several times, but several streams, like somebody was from Turkey, somebody from Afghanistan, Israel, Indonesia, fucking all over the place. Like sometimes they're new, and sometimes I find out that they've been watching me this entire time. That's the first time they ever said something in the chat. So that's pretty cool too.
It's an honor to be participating in a collective consciousness of people all contributing, talking to one another, sharing their art, and then recognizing what's going on in the chat room and everything. It's cool. Also new to me because it's a lot of things to try to keep track of at the same time.
Yeah, I don't like that media player that I was just using right there, because that one kind of washed out the depth of the song. It's actually got a lot much better, a lot better depth than what you're hearing there. So I'm trying to find an alternative for.
I'm curious though, really quick, what if you had a part of one of your songs and you had the ability to play into the chat GPT like the guitar, like if I grabbed
Yeah.
an acoustic guitar and played my part and say, okay, this is the part of it, I'm going to do the first verse, can you build the rest of this for me?
Yeah, if you're like, all right, so my experience is very limited to just Suno AI, but if you're paying for their service, the $10 a month service, right? You can grab like little widgets and say, hey, I want the AI to tweak it or not tweak it to this degree. So you could be like, hey, I want to keep my instruments that I'm uploading here pure. I want to use your online mixing studio. And then you could toy with it. I mean, it's an interesting toy. It's still really at the toy phase.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? But
Yeah, because I've got things that are written on the guitar, and I have the lyrics and the whole story written, and then I've got another volume of stuff that's written in its own world. Anyway, but
And I think I
I'm
downloaded.
asking because I've gone in the studio and put the stuff down and painstakingly had to explain a person what I want them to play on their instrument, and it's a very humbling place to be, to try to tell somebody who knows how to play their instrument
Right.
what you want them to play. It's also kind of a dickheaded move sometimes, because some people just want to come in there and lay their own thing down, and you're like, no, 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 no. This is the chord it's based around, and I want this melody to come out, and it takes the fun out of it for them because they just want to play.
Right.
But when you bring them in and go, look, here's the thing, I need you to follow me on this, and I can melody it, like giving a keyboard player, I need a sound that sounds like this, that plays these notes in this order. And sometimes they're cool about it, and sometimes they're like, eh.
See, I've known too many studio musicians. They're like, that's what these guys do. They make your favorite band sound good.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah. So this third song, you said it's about what?
this one is about a prophesized hero, the Nerevarine. So Nerevar was a great hero of the Dark Elves, and he was prophesied to return when they needed him most. And so he came back in the form of Kayla Stromkeen III, a girl, obviously, and fulfilled the prophecy by helping the land and all this other stuff, helping the people out. And she was like a hero through and through. And that was my playthrough on Morrowind, was even though she became a vampire, that's actually in the song. Even though she became a vampire, she was still the good guy.
I played an Argonian for Morrowind.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, they're a lot of fun.
Will, I dropped a private message to you. Just read it, and you'll understand.
Oh yeah,
Did
no,
you
that's
catch it?
fine. Like I said, I'll be here for like another 35 minutes. So if you want to jump to me now, cool, go for it.
No,
I could buy you a little more time.
It
Do what?
doesn't matter.
Listen, I could buy you a little more time. I got one last one for us to kind of sample.
Yeah.
This one is the story to date, right? So you got like a little taste of the first Kayla, the second Kayla, the third Kayla, with those 3 other songs, and so this one, this story song brings you up to date. This is the first one that I made, so it took me forever to learn how to communicate. Like, this is the one where I beat my face against a monitor for 12 hours.
Are we still on the third song?
I can go back to that one.
No. I was saying, look, let me say, I was like trying to let the whole thing play, and I just realized, like, we just need a little samples, and so to move it along. So let's get to the. Sometimes you have to do that, because
this one is by far the most dynamic out of all the songs, because I really did put the time into it. The others are still kind of like in the rough draft phase.
Okay.
But you only have so many tokens, right? If you're not paying for it, you're helping them.
I'll just keep, just give me a sec, y'all. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and roll the beautiful beam footage. Buy some time.
Kayla Stromkeen, a name as ancient as Skyrim itself. From the frozen sails of Ys Grimor and his companions, to the iron-forged empire of the last of the Septim line. Stromkeen has echoed as a banner of honor, woven into the sagas of heroes. But with the dawn of the Fourth Era, a shadow fell. A long, slow decline gripped the once proud bloodline. generations content to rest upon the laurels of their forebears, their thunderous legacy fading into whispers. Now rises Kayla Stromking, the fourth of her name, living in the echoes of her noble ancestors, orphaned by the merciless sea that claimed her parents, treachery staining their legacy. She must reclaim the fire of her ancestors for the fate of the North and all of Tamriel rests in her unyielding hands. Strong King! Name of Thunder's call, Lords of Legend standing tall. From Ys Gramor's sail to Septim's war, through Nerevar's flame forevermore. Strong King! Rise from fall to raise in Skyrim's heart, reclaim your place. With doom that shakes the mountains high, the blood of heroes never dies.
From Magmora's frozen shores they came, Ys Gramor and 500 strong, axes high against the elven flame. In the night their war cry long, the shield maiden bold with thunder's might, sail the seas through storm and fight. Strong King blooded her veins did flow, calling legends in blood and snow. Tiber's iron hand, a healer rose from Nordic land. Strong King mended the broken shield in battles where the dragons kneel. With potions, fears, and spells of light, she turned the tide in endless night. From Red Mountain to the Imperial throne, the Empire built on blood and death.
Morphing's volcanic breath, the Nerevarine defying death, struck its soul in the hero's fire, against false gods unending ire. Tribunals lies in ashes laid, the Outlander's path a blade remade. From Verdant Fell's cursed domain, a legend born in ash and pain. Strong King! Name of Thunder's crown, moons of legend standing tall. From Ys Gramor to Septim's war, through Nerevar's flame forevermore.
But glory fades like winter's sun, the Strong King line undone outrun, betrayed by kin in halls of stone, exiled, broken, left alone. From Jarl's grace to beggar's plight, forgotten names in endless night. The thunder silence tomb unheard, and Flannery's honor shattered word. Hear the echoes through the ages ring, warriors, healers, prophets sing. Ancient mothers call from Sovngarde, a new Edda for song and bard. The storm awakens to fate's decree, Strong King eternal, wild and free. Dragonborn, this land will save, standing fast with bladed stave. Now in Skyrim's frozen vein, Kayla's name will rise again. With Doom's roaring scythe in hand, she claims the wild, this ancient land. Against the dragon's storm and foe, a legend grows where rivers flow. From Falkreath's graves to Nordic peaks, the thunder wakes, the hero speaks.
Hear the echoes through the ages ring.
Warriors, healers, prophets sing.
The storm awakens to fate's decree.
Strong King eternal, wild and free.
Wowzer.
I'm gonna take that off of the.
That's
Is that cool?
Hell yeah,
That
man.
was pretty crazy. I was
I
playing
want to go
around
play
with
some
that.
Skyrim.
No, I just want to be in the band. I guess I'll have to. I'll have to get a game console and play Skyrim so I can understand what it's about. But do they make big controllers? Because
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude.
I got
They've got
massive hands. Like they're ridiculously huge.
the modern gaming controllers, which don't look like controllers as us old fogies, remember them as, because they're
I
basically just a
remember.
bunch of buttons.
I remember being able to play Nintendo 64 because I could get big controllers, but then everything else was just so small that
PC, you will. I got you
it
maximized.
literally cramped my hands up to be able to play it.
Ooh, look at that. That's coming out good. It's coming out good. I like it.
Yeah.
Is that the artwork for the album cover or something?
No, this is just Will's comic.
No, this
Oh,
is
that's
my
the comic.
book,
Okay,
so-
I was looking at that frame there. Yeah,
Because
that's cool.
I'm trying to get.
Can we see that?
Like I saw that he shared this, and we could talk. Like we could continue to talk about music all day long, but I'm just trying to. He's got a limited amount of time, you know.
Yeah, no
and-
worries.
Yeah,
We
he
wanna see
said
the
he
page, how it's
said he
going.
was drawing, so I've been trying to keep track of who's on the screen here and whose artwork we're looking at and whose music we're looking
and
at.
nobody's
So-
doing anything wrong. It's that Tank was sharing his music.
Yeah,
a lot of people drawing and sharing his art, but
yes,
Will
that's
is
cool.
here.
So this
He
is
told us-
this.
when Will
this-
came on, he said, I got about an hour and a half. And so he just said about 10 minutes ago, I got maybe, he's probably got a little
Oh
leeway.
yeah,
like
yeah.
25,
Let's
30
go.
minutes, whatever. But yeah, so I've been working on this comic book for a little while now, and I want to actually finish the thing and produce my first issue. But I'm constantly getting better. So here's where we're at right now. This is the first page that I had submitted to Hard Art, because I swear in the early days they said they were going to do little portfolio reviews or whatever. So I sent a message to John Mallon, and so they gave me some advice, over rendering of backgrounds, this and that. So yeah, so this is what it looks like now, where you can tell just every panel. I'm redrawing the whole dang thing. So the first panel,
Yeah.
used to look like that. Now we got cooler mountains. We got trees. It's not over rendered, but it's actually got more going on, right? And then I'm doing like final line work on it right now. So I'm going to be redrawing that horse. I'm redrawing the zombies. I think this dude, this zombie head looks a lot better now that I'm redrawing it. But then you got the second panel, which originally was like from behind his head what he's looking at, and he sees the dead bodies next to the billboard, right? And now it's going to be a close-up of him looking over.
Oh, cool.
I think it'd be cool to kind of see his reaction to it before he makes eye contact with the rat. And I managed to make the rat look a lot cooler. I separated the forms. I fixed the perspective, because Ethan's got a real eye for perspective. And just hearing his feedback really made me rethink a bunch as far as how I begin a picture, so you learn a lot from the feedback. So I think I improved the rat, fixed the angle on him. I think it's looking a lot better. And then the last panel down here got rid of the billboard, right? And then I lowered the perspective as well, and I made the bodies a bit bigger. So big improvements all around.
This is
And since
amazing
Tom
artwork.
doesn't know, like the reason, like as we were listening to Tank's music, I kept thinking about the story that it kept, not that it was, but it was just like making me think, like, man, like because the story you're building is kind of like a fantasy type. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dark fantasy, kind of like Game of Thrones meets Evil Dead sort of vibe to it. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
So, yeah, I just as I was jamming out, as we were jamming out to his music, it was like making me think of all these ideas that possibly could be done for your project, like in a different style, but like, you know what I mean? Like however, because your story's a little bit, it's kind of like a, you know, he's doing based on a Skyrim or whatever, and this is your story. So like you would have
totally
years, what style of songs or something you would want to, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just like brainstorming myself. Like we already had the discussion. Like we're idea guys as well. Like so.
Totally.
And
so, are you illustrating and writing this?
Yeah,
or
I'm
are
the
you
sole creator
collaborating?
of Revenant Steel.
This is amazing artwork.
I'm a dude in his basement making a comic book, but this was the second page, right? And so the last panel, Ethan pointed out a bunch of perspective issues. Those guys in the background are like way too small or whatever. So now I redid the whole perspective. I added another dude to the bar. Thank you, Anunnaki. So everyone's going to be in perspective, and Ethan's brain won't break the next time he looks at my horrible artwork. But then also, like it was either Salty or Joe Sontag, which one of them needs to shave or take his hat off because they look too similar.
Yeah, I have that problem trying to draw my characters sometimes. Sometimes my female faces start to take on the same exact proportions.
Oh yeah. I kind of pride myself on being able to mix it up a little bit, like giving everybody their own little personality. Like all of these guys are going to be involved in the initial conflict between the demonically possessed undead and this town here. So
I'm sorry, Tank was like so we had Anunnaki and you done said thank you, but then we had Tank say what was it? I love you, your detail wheel, and then now
Thank
he's
you.
like now he's saying now I'm in your chat eating all your comments.
Yeah, that's a way better angle now. And I also I zoomed in on the third panel there, and I might zoom in a little bit more, but he's got plenty to say. So I'm thinking about, John was talking about word bubbles, saying the dude with the bear head behind him, he likes the bear head, but if he has anything, substantial to say, but he's only going to say like 2 little word bubbles here. So I feel like I can leave that panel alone, but I need to populate this upper panel. I'm sitting here thinking about mapping out where the people are going to go or whatever. And then I'll be, getting this ball rolling, man. Getting this campaign started.
Anunnaki says you could do tattoo work, like maybe not do the tattoos, but you probably could design some like cool pictures for somebody if they wanted one,
Maybe. Here's the 7th page. I was working on the 7th page before they decided that I needed to go back and rework the first 3 pages. It was going to be one of these guys pulling the rat out of his mouth and, being raised up by this entity.
That's awesome. Like, what I appreciate is that you seem to be able to actually take people's criticism, and at least think about it, whether you go in the direction that they offer their advice is ultimately up to you. But, some people are like creators and get pissed off at any fucking, critique. And like if someone like a professional artist or a professional writer and you've never like actually put your own thing out, it would be important to fucking pay attention to what they say.
Yeah, and you have to understand that maybe you've been wrong this whole time. Like the whole perspective issue. I would sit there and I would kind of sketch out what I wanted the scene to look like, right? And then I would lay in digitally like the perspective grids to kind of make it make sense. And then I would work off of that for the perspective grids. But it was after this critique that I realized just how stupid that was. And I'm like, I'm doing it all backwards. I need to establish where the eye level is, put the perspective grid in, and then map out the area, and then allow your imagination to exist within the confines of that space, okay? Instead of like trying to get all crazy with it. Because initially I was like, oh, the camera is up in the corner of the room, and it's like a almost fisheye perspective, you know, it's gonna feel dramatic, but it doesn't read that way.
Well, Tom and I were actually streaming together by ourselves, and we had this whole conversation. I was like, I'm really interested. Like, when I first started learning how comic books are really created, it's created like as if you're looking at a movie. So you're doing a script rather than writing a book and then trying to illustrate it.
Right.
And
Well,
so
you
we had a whole
a little more
conversation
freedom
about
than a movie as far as like camera angles and stuff like that.
You have
Well,
to think
you know,
Davis
this
is
is
gonna be
the
his
comic
work.
the
Do what?
comic book stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, I was interrupting. Go ahead.
Well, interrupting too, but will I really dig the name of the comic. Do you mind if I minimize this now, or
No, you can do
Oh
whatever
yeah,
you
yeah,
want. I'm
that's
just kind of
good.
bouncing around at this point, like looking at stuff.
Can I say one quick thing though, because you were talking about what we were talking about the other day with like storyboards and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Gray Cloud and I were talking about this the other day on the phone and in a live stream, but I'm a graphic designer. When
Shit.
we would do like a 2-minute commercial, we would do like 3x5 card little sketches and just build our commercial, and we would have to do several versions of it with these little 3x5 card things, and then you would go to your artwork and start actually creating the whole thing. Because what you were doing is you were creating what the cinematographer was going to need to film this 2-minute thing.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's a Nike commercial or the trailer for a movie or whatever it is, you know, you're
Giving them a framework to work off of.
yeah, and
and
that's like
reference.
what I appreciate the most about comic book artists is their ability to visually interpret that world that someone's trying to tell a story, and then
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I am absolutely digging on all of this. I mean, I like the befores, but I'm loving the afters. I can't wait to see after the revamp is done, and then I want to see some A/B testing on that, like before, after, because dude, it's such a level up. I absolutely
feel
love
like it is. You know, this is how you truly level up your artwork.
Let me say to Anunnaki, thank you for being here. And if you're still there, you know, I've offered the link, and you know, if you didn't want to come on, that's fine. I can call you in a little bit if you want to talk and stuff. You know, like, because I realized I'd said earlier, I'm going to keep going as long as I go. Like I said, and I'm like, okay, we've listened to Tank's music, and I really, really dig that. And I have a lot of other questions for Tank, but we'll leave that for another day. And I wanted to get to Will because he kind of had a time limit. And then before Will does leave, I kind of wanted to, you know, like, if I don't know if Tom has pulled any figures out, but you don't have to worry about that, Tom. What I was going to show,
but while you're going into the next thing you're going to talk about, oh yes, this is really cool.
This head was a guy from Britain. I don't know if y'all can see that very well. Let me see
it.
The head you said was from an existing action figure, correct?
A Lord of the Rings action figure.
Okay.
So the head was, I don't know if can you tell that that's supposed to be me?
Yeah, I've seen it on your channel before in the thumbnails and stuff, and that's kind of
Right.
what led me to hitting you up on Twitter because
So
I commented on a picture that you posted of that.
right, and I have him on a Mandalorian body. But the
Yeah.
guy that sent this to me, actually, I do have the original body. He painted, custom painted. He asked me, he's like, if you were going to be a Star Wars character, what would you be? And I was like, kind of like a bounty hunter, Mandalorian type guy. And so, and I have the helmets and stuff. But what I like is if I don't want to be a Mandalorian, anything in 1/18th, I could just take my head and be, you know, like I'm not in my living room where I could just pull the toys out, but I wanted to show you that.
Oh, you
because
can.
I
Yeah,
have
you
this
can swap it
idea.
out.
I have this idea. Hold on a minute. Let me minimize myself. Or how do I do this?
Well, you know what they say. At first, you don't succeed. You know, just get a bigger hammer.
Okay. So the reason I brought this up is since we've been doing this, just give if you got a figure or two that you were going to share that you actually customized.
I'm gonna try to pull the camera around and show a couple of
Okay.
them.
Well, the reason I'm
Um,
bringing this up, let me get
I'll
this
pan
live.
across. Because I'm gonna be on an angle. I'm gonna try to show some
Well,
of
take your
this
time.
shelf. Do you
Take
see
your time.
this?
Okay,
Tell me
let
if
me
you see
maximize.
what I'm trying to show you.
Here you go.
Oh, what's that?
I just
Okay, yeah, you can see
maximized
me.
it.
All
So
right, cool. I'm gonna turn the camera around. I can't see if I'm getting this right, but I'm gonna show you. I bought this band member because somebody had put these eyeballs on it, and I found it on the shelf that way.
like I
So I
can't see
bought
it
it.
on the phone,
eh, I don't know if you can see that, but if you see it, tell me. And I decided to put a couple of stormtroopers on there, like pointing at the eyeballs, so they're just noticing it. So that's kind of a found object kit bashing that I found. So that's like the only carded figure that I have
yeah,
that's
but
on
I
my
was talking.
shelves.
You have a loose figure right there that you customized that you can just show us.
And I'm making it over. Tell me, do you see something that looks like a couple of droids standing next to each other?
I can see it, but
Okay. Do you see one of them is sort of like a green and white R2 unit?
can you? I'm
I
probably
see it.
making it more complicated. All I was like, we can
I
like.
see that R2.
I guess you
I'm
don't
just
want to pick it.
I'm just doing a pan around so you can see
Okay,
what's on my shelves. I
you
got
do
some
what you
speeder
do.
bikes here, and then this one, I'm hoping you see that. It's actually made out of an inhaler and some random things, as is the one next to it. It's all made out of found object.
Yeah, we.
And that kind of stuff. So yeah, my channel's based on that, and then I just, you know, have a constantly evolving thing of stuff that has
Look at
kit.
that.
There's kit bashing mixed in. So like, I don't know if you see what I'm seeing, but this is my kit bashed version of what would be an R1 droid. But if you look closely at it, you'll see that's a medicine bottle and a
Are you able to
lighter
pick it
and
up?
a
Heck yeah.
tank. And it's
Are you
just, yeah,
able
so
to pick
that's what
it up
my
or
kit
get the
bashing
camera
channel
closer?
sometimes will be about. And then here's one back here. There's a spaceship that I built. The only thing that's found object are the GI Joe missiles. So,
Okay, I was just saying, are you able to like, get the camera closer to it so we can see it and better?
tell me, do you see this one?
Yeah, pull back
Yeah,
this.
the nice little Y-wing.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
so it's based on the remember the cartoon series Droids cartoon?
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
So the first four episodes were about those punk rockers on Tatooine, and they had these
Oh yeah,
crazy
no, it's a crazy speeder now that I see the
yeah,
whole
the
of it.
crazy speeders. So I was always obsessed with that. So I I would take things apart and build that when I was a kid, but all we had was that model glue that smelled like oranges, and it took forever to make anything. Years later, I've learned how to work
The
with.
good old days.
I've learned how to work with cyanoacrylate, which is super glue, and there's some stuff called there's this stuff called Zip Kicker.
Oh, somebody's dog's going off.
Yeah, I gotta bounce, boys.
All right,
So
later.
anyway,
Good to
that's
see you,
what
man.
I do on my
Nice to see
channel.
you
Nice to
guys.
meet
Turn
you.
back around, and that's kind of what I do in my spare time.
Okay.
All
Have
that
a good
stuff.
one, Tank. Thank you for being here.
Hey, thanks for everybody that came in. Who just
Well,
popped out? I
who
missed
else is
it.
still with us? Hold on a minute.
Will had to bounce. His
Will,
dog,
okay.
chief
Will,
of security, was talking.
sorry, Will, appreciate you being here. And what I've realized is what we're going to have to do is coordinate outside of YouTube. Like, Tank, I can DM you and everything. I don't know if you just want to work through DMs, but personally, I like to, if someone is willing, I like to maybe have. Right now
Yeah,
is not.
I'll text
like,
you my. I'll DM you. You hit me up in DMs, and I'll give you my phone number.
Okay, that's where I was trying to get to, because that's how Anunnaki Child. I've been following Anunnaki Child for a while. He's been following me, and he does like music stuff. He does story time stuff. I was gonna pull his because I haven't got around to reading it or being able to watch it yet. But a few years ago, he did like a couple videos because he was really close to his dad. I don't want to speak for him, but I know these things, and he had posted a short yesterday saying if anybody would be interested in understanding why I'm so fucked up in the head, check out these two. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
So, and then we already have. I told Tom the name, so I let him decide. I was like, okay, we're gonna do this thing because he don't know a lot about streaming. He's really never even been on a stream, so we're gonna be doing it on my channel, and then I'll like I forgot to maybe allow y'all to stream it to y'all's channel. But if we're scheduling it, we'll definitely make sure you can do that. So, I mentioned we want to do a show that's kind of like Art Bell, where we'll like we've done already, like we cover topics like that on a lot of my streams, but like an actual show where it's him and I as a co-host thing, but other people are allowed to come in, and so he came up with the name Into the Gray with Anunnaki Child, and I was like, that fucking has a ring to it.
It does. It does. That's yeah. No, I'm interested now.
Yeah, it's like when he that's the I told him come up with a few names, shoot them over to me, and I'll kind of give you my thought. And that's the first thing he kind of came up with. And then from Detox, I had a conversation with him. And he can vouch for this. I think it was like maybe Monday, the day before I was gonna. And people in the guy that was my roommate that is an artist as well. Like I was on the phone with Anunnaki Child, and I was like, Ivan, you could probably come up with a logo for that show. And then Ivan, once we got in my room, he was like, you need a logo for your fucking channel too. So like, I've got his contact information on when he gets done with, he's going to go on to a 21-day program. But there where he's going to be able to have his cell phone, and we're going to interact. And then when he gets out, like he was really interested in wanting to know about your game. So we'll save that for another day. But he brought up some good questions, so you can answer that for me now. Like, is it role playing game that's going to have a board? Is it
It's all right. So it's not an RPG, but it is a board game. But it's a procedurally generated board game. So you build the board as you play. So there's a little bit of exploration involved, a little bit of you don't know what you're going to come across.
So it's kind of it's kind of not an RPG, but in a way it kind of is without. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean you could totally role play it and have an extra level of fun, but that's not a base component to it. If you
I couldn't answer it for him because all I knew is that you had this game in the works, and so he brought up good questions for me to ask you.
Yeah, please.
When he gets out, because he's all new, like he's gonna like once he's out of the thing, eventually he will pop up in a chat, and I'm gonna drop a link, and we'll have him on the show, and hopefully we can have him on one day when you're on, and he can ask you all these because he was like, you know, he just had a lot of questions like, is it a role playing game? Is it a this kind of and you'd be the best to answer. It's your project.
Roger that. Roger that.
Yeah, and yeah, man. So like, yeah. So the Anunnaki thing is, like I said, I was letting him take the reins on the title,
Right.
and then he's going to work on subjects for the first show. Like we might start off with just 5 or 6 subjects, but it could go all over the fucking place once. I'm going to let him do that aspect because I'm like when he and I talk, it's kind of like Tom and I are the same.
Right.
You and Tank, you and I have also had very similar type conversations. We start talking about comics, and then it leads into something maybe esoteric, and then it leads into maybe something current. You know, you know, it's like all over the place. So
Yeah, we get funky with the cheese whiz.
Oh, dude, that's funny. We get funky with the cheese whiz. That's that when we get together and have like a random one, that should be a title. That would be a great
Getting
title.
funky with the cheese
We're,
whiz.
somebody write that
I
down.
mean,
Somebody write that down.
that's
I mean, hold on. Y'all all write it down. I'm gonna write
yeah.
it.
So yeah, I definitely when I was listening to that music earlier, I pulled this bad boy out.
Oh, beautiful. Look at
Talk
that
about
5-string
kit
bass.
fashion. I took a Washburn Dinky
Yeah,
jazz bass body that's
let me
got
maximize it.
the P bass pickup in there, but that's the only thing I want to replace on it is I want to put an EMG in there to get a better sound. But
Okay,
that's got
so
like a
hell
Fender
yeah.
neck. So this is my
What was
I call this my bedroom 5-string because this is what I use to learn songs, practice songs, or just go over something.
Was it
Um,
getting funky with the cheese whiz?
I
That's right.
never
Getting funky with the cheese whiz.
I never
I'm
take it
writing
to a
it down.
gig though. It's just a piece of junk out of spare parts I put together just for but I was playing along with that music earlier and getting the basic groove down to what was happening
Nice.
there.
Well, see,
Um
so I
that was
feel like
cool.
I feel like I'm accomplishing what I'm wanting to, where I'm trying to move this into.
Oh, definitely, definitely, dude. I would definitely not call this a waste of my time. This was a really strong way to engage in very interesting conversation this afternoon.
Yeah, and you know, we will like I'm gonna. Well, let's see. It's 2 here. We can roll for a few more minutes, and I'll, and let's hold on. Okay. Anunnaki Child had to ask. I'm here. Thoughts on Cyberpunk game and whatever series.
I'm a huge fan of the R. Talsorian cyberpunk universe.
Yeah.
And so I'm a bit biased because I like Mike Pondsmith, the creator of that universe and the tabletop role playing game, makes a cameo with his sexy chocolate voice in the game. And when that part like happened, I immediately recognized his voice, and I'm not gonna lie, I geeked hard. I thought it was a lot of fun, a mediocre shooter, but a great story. So overall, I enjoy the video game. The Netflix series, that's what I assume you're talking about. I loved it. I loved it. It's a happy ending, but in Cyberpunk, a happy ending is bittersweet at best. So it is a bittersweet ending to the story, but it follows the logical conclusion.
Okay. Well, I wanted to get this in too before I decide to. The reason I was wanting to let Tom show kind of like next time, maybe Tom can have some things already ready that he's done that he already has on. You know what I'm saying, Tom? Like something.
Yeah, I might be able to arrange that. I have in the garage, if I go upstairs in my shop and turn the propane tank and get it toasty up there, I have tubs and tubs of some of my creations that they're kind of close to being done, but everything in my library of kit bashing, I'm at a point where some of the things just need primer and then some airbrushing and final detail stuff. But I'm at that point. I don't have an airbrush station or anything. I even don't even have my airbrush anymore. So
We can
it.
arrange this over the phone and all that kind of shit. Like it don't have to be anytime soon. Let me get this in. The reason I'm bringing it up is because I thought, you know how my friend figured out a head that would look like me. I've already got mine. I was like, I would pay you, like if you like now Tank. I don't think ever shows his face, so I don't know how you do it.
Oh, I do, but I just my office is a mess, and yeah, my office is a mess. I'm not going to embarrass myself in public. I left that in my youth.
The reason I was bringing it up, I thought it would be cool. Like, what if Tom made his own avatar? I don't know if you could do that. You brainstorm. I just thought it would be cool, like, especially. Anyway, it's just in thought. It doesn't have to actually be done.
Oh, Avatar, like
Like
a.
you
I
make
see,
a
because he's got
yourself.
an avatar. He's got an avatar on his screen too. I see that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about an avatar action figure.
Oh, that would be kind of cool.
That's what I was saying. Like, I'm not
That's
asking
real
Tom
nifty looking.
put some thought into it. Like maybe I'm.
Oh, kit bashing something into the avatar.
Well, no, kit bashing something that looks like you do an avatar figure of yourself. Then Tank could privately kind of like whether he wants to show his face on camera or not. He could have his own avatar.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah, that
I
makes
could totally
sense.
get down on something like that. Yeah, no, I don't. No, I'm not hiding my face out of like hiding my face. My
No,
office is just a mess.
Maybe not every person, but like if it's people that are consistently on with us, and then
Right.
shows, it'd be cool for each person. Like I'd be willing, I'd be willing to pay for other people's avatars. Like I wouldn't expect you to just do it for free.
You
get
know
what I'm saying?
what I'm waiting for is eventually we're going to get a action figure of the Kanan Jarrus from Rebels,
Yeah.
and that one will be easy to kit bash into me because it's going to be he's a tall lanky guy with a ponytail, and that
Right.
got so that'll do me all day long. Because most of the time that's pretty much what I look like. And because my old band manager told me all about Rebels because his kids watched it. And every time that guy would come on the screen, he'd go, "Hey kids, it's Gino." Because that was my nickname in the band up north. And
Okay.
he's like, "You got to watch it, dude. Besides,
Plus,
that's the main character. It looks just like you."
well, y'all get so I have a good idea is what I'm saying. I wanted to spit that out and say, and I also have other custom people that I know, but because you're doing this, I would think like first, whenever it don't have to be any time in the near, like we'll get it at your time. Like it'd be awesome one day you like finally that character comes out and you're like, hey guys, I finally got my character. Here's my avatar, and as we go, I think, just for the regular people, like if they would want one, I
Filthy
thought,
normies.
Yeah, I've thought about that before, and actually, well, you're familiar with Junkman. I watch Junkman's channel a lot, and I'm still working on it. I have an R2 unit that I'm working on that I have the top head of it round, and I've got the ball cap, and I'm working on putting his logo on the top of that R2 unit.
Oh,
And
dude, that's cool.
and then I asked him, "Oh, just out of curiosity, if you were an action figure, what would you be?" And he said, I think I'd be some kind of an R2 unit, or and I goes, oh, and also what about Russ? And it says, I think Russ would be kind of like 8D8.
A what?
Like 8D8.
Which one is that?
Oh, it's one of the ones from Jabba's palace.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there was two droids. They were very similar. They were kind of bony and tubular built.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember now.
instead of like, not having coverings like C3PO, but they were kind of real like kit bash themselves. But they were
So
interesting looking, and so I did start working on some of those. And the one action figure on the shelf was one of the first versions of that type of action figure. But I just I'm working on it, trying to get something that looks like it has a beard in the droid area of the mouth, and I've got that sort of. And then on the rest of the body, I'm in the middle of trying to build that up, but also I'm trying to keep it like in the 3 3/4 inch range, so I can put it next to the R2 and have Junkman and R2, or Junkman and Junk 2D2 and uh, uh, Rustbot or whatever I'll call them. I want to make sure it looks like them, put him in some sort of a kit bash speeder and send it to him and have him have it on his channel.
that's cool. So, like not anyway. It's an idea that we can put the process of just brainstorm. When it comes, it comes. I feel like today's stream has been way like Tank said this the other day when it was just me and I think even Tom, you said it the other day, like teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right.
Oh yeah, so I wasn't sure when you sent me the link if you were just gonna stream by yourself, or if you were inviting me into a chat room to stream, or what. So I just clicked on it. I goes, you got nothing to do this afternoon. You should just hop in there and see what's up.
Yeah,
And
that's why I
yeah,
sent it to you. That I was like, he might want to join, man, because some of the comic guys, like Tank, I don't remember who was here already, but you started off, didn't you? You came in first, and then Tank.
yeah, and then well, who's in here with us now? I can't see your name.
Oh, me? Most people call me Tank.
Tank. I keep losing that. Now, what was the other guy's name that was in here with us a minute ago? Will and Tank. Okay.
It'll take you a minute.
I was having a hard time seeing who was who and distinguishing who was who because it's so small on my screen.
Well, the next time, you could come in through the phone, but like I told you, I don't know if you tried it. You could be watching the actual channel off of your pad, and you would see everything bigger.
Yeah, I was trying to do that, and honestly, I couldn't get. I kept typing "gray cloudy day" into YouTube, and it would not give me your channel. So the only way for me to find your channel is to go over to all my subscriptions, and it takes me forever to find what I'm looking for on there because
Well, if you go to your subscriptions, there should be a search, and once you start typing in it, Tank, am I correct?
Yeah, I was having a difficult time. I was having a difficult time finding it for some reason on my iPad earlier when I had my YouTube up.
Well,
I went to YouTube and I just couldn't find it because I thought if I did that, at least I could get into the chat room. And
YouTube gets weird.
So it's just you were having a little glitch. There is a way to do it, and you can figure it out. So, like, I'm just saying, don't give up on that idea. Like, probably because I had the same issue trying to find. I was trying to find Will Studio fucking channel earlier, and I was trying to find somebody else's, and of course my laptop was being funky, so it was kind of like, sometimes that happens, and you know what, if you had typed in at Gray Cloudy Day, whatever. Anyway, we can discuss this all another time and directly. but you know, it's going to get better and better. Look, this second time that you've been on, we've had other people on. We've had a really good chat, and it's went a lot smoother than I'm telling you. Tank, the other day, like it took us 3 or 4 times to get him on here, and he finally got it.
I understand. Yeah.
I can do it from my iPhone, so I'll just stick to using the iPhone, and then maybe I'll zip out to the living room and pull the channel up right there on YouTube on the iMac so I can see it nice and big, and then I
Oh
can
yeah, that's
really,
another
really
good idea.
chat. Then I can really chat, you know?
Well, like I think from the TV, you can't actually you can see the chat, but you can't be in the chat.
Yeah. If I'm on a regular computer where I've got a typewriter in front of me, I can get in there and chat a lot
Yeah, but
easier.
at least you would like at least if you're doing it from your phone and you are able to see the channel on the fucking screen, you would be seeing the chats that we're seeing.
Yeah, so I've actually got it now because I've got the last one. Somebody said Ditto Nuki, Ditto Nuki.
Yeah, I call Ananuki child because the way he spells it, I just call him Nookie. Like I told him he
Like,
should.
as in, you did it all for that particular thing there.
Oh, he said this is one I was looking for earlier, and then I got caught up in what we were talking about. Somebody said Anunnaki Child said I'm here. Thoughts on Cyberpunk game and series?
Yeah,
You guys,
and we already kind of.
okay, yeah, I was trying to follow that.
Well, he had asked that question way back already, so it's kind of like, we're almost at fucking 3 hours, so we've done a good
Okay.
stream.
Wow, yeah, it's been a good long chat. I didn't know what to expect today.
It's flowed so well that like I didn't like I'm just now like going like it seemed like it was 10 minutes ago. I was like, we're almost at 2 hours, and you know, like those best streams, like we all are seeming to have a connection, and I'm really enjoying that. Like a lot of synchronicity has been happening recently around me, and I see it. All these things that I was overthinking are starting to just naturally start to come together. Like God, like there was one of the readings from the devotional this past week when I was in detox, and it was like, stop over analyzing and putting so much, you know, stop over analyzing and I don't know what it was. It was like stop over analyzing and trying to do too much or whatever, like something kind of like that. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, like stop fucking overthinking it, Gray Cloud. Like it, you know.
Just let it happen. Let it take its own legs and grow.
Yeah, like, well, you know, I told you, Tank, is like if I'm asking people to be part of something that I'm trying to pull together, whether it be promotion or a project of mine, or maybe somebody else has a project and I'm able to put the right people together. Like, for instance, you're playing your music. Well, you got a bass player right there. So it's kind of like things are just naturally coming together already.
Well,
and that's what Anunnaki Child and I discussed. Like, we had the idea, and it's just slowly, like within just a week or two of talking about it, it's already getting even further down the road. And today's stream has helped me learn more about management. Even earlier tonight when I was on self-destruct and I had to leave and I started my own, like I had to learn, like there's a time, like I have to learn that it's not that somebody's doing something wrong, but at some point I have to be like, that mute, that you're out.
Oh yeah, you're steering the boat. You're like, oh, wait a minute, we did have a topic today and the topic was this and we haven't even talked about that.
Right.
Yeah. Like, and it's not like I said, I have no beef with dude. Like he knows, like even Dennis had said, I've heard plenty of people talk about this. That's kind of like he does that sometimes. It's kind of like 7 of 9. 7 of 9 is like if he starts off not kind of like Rising. Like when Rising starts off, you know, I was on with Rising like late last night when it was morning for them, or like I don't remember what time, but like they let me on, and I was like, and I acted different. Like I'm like learning to, like if I'm trying to be something, I hate fucking. It's like hard for me to admit it, but like the guy that was driving me home the other day, as we had like an hour and a half conversation, before we knew it, we were halfway to the fucking house, and he was like, "Man, you have like a leadership." Like he was saying, like just the way I presented myself. Like I'm not trying to make myself seem bigger or nothing, but he like noticed. He was like, "You seem like kind of like a person that could be, like a supervisor, a fucking like be able to pull things together if you're able to hold yourself together." And I was really like, it's like I just have always had, like all my life, I've just not wanted to step into the position, like I've been resisting. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, I'm tracking. I'm tracking like a heat seeker.
Like I'm not the boss, but like I have been. I do know how. If I'm in my if I'm in my proper mindset, I do know how to do things and run things, and not try to be. But like if I know how to, and that's why I said I like to work with people and have a team, and that's what we're building here. I hope.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, and when something becomes a routine, you get the chance to do like we decide to pick a schedule to keep up or something like that to have certain topics of discussion. Like I
now,
think a big one is just the general creative topics because like when I'm seeing that Will lay out pages, my next thought was like, oh, this is almost ready for inking. And that's when you take that page
yeah,
into Photoshop and you create layers and do all the fine detail,
Mm-hmm.
which sometimes you get to a point where you start painting on top of the inking. And by the time you're done, there's not much left of the inking. It's almost like you're painting the whole thing.
Right.
And it's, um, I was always in the drawing and I was learning about inking and stuff, but I kept running into the same technical issues of things that I couldn't get quite translated onto paper, out of my mind onto paper correctly, where it looked real enough to hand off to somebody and say, print this.
well, then
Right.
where we started talking the other night about how I was like talking about it. It's more like I'm real like when I started learning more about like you got to think like you write it as like you write it, but you write it as a script, and then you like Mike Barron offers a suggestion for writers that even if it's just stickman, if as you're writing your scene, just make a little stickman paneled out so that you at least have some sort of idea you can give to the artist. Like Tank's a good artist. I'm not a good artist, but if I'm working on a script, then as I'm going, and I think that's a really good suggestion too, especially from a professional like Mike Barron.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. Yeah, I'd show some art right now, but right now my OBS is busy recording a countdown timer.
Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up. We're at 2:53. Like I don't care if I go to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to.
I think that 3 hour mark is probably like a good, if you haven't had enough time to talk about everything you were going to talk about in 3 hours. I always cite the Joe Rogan experience because it's always a 3 hour conversation.
Well, plus, like I don't have a lot more to do, but the fact is, it is in the middle of the day. Like some days I'll get on here and I don't, but like, or if it's in the middle of the night, like if it was like a late night stream and I'm just fucking not going to go to sleep. But like sometimes I just have to force myself to fucking stop. I even have to do that when I'm on the phone with people, So
Right.
it's been great. It's been wonderful. And, the way I let my audience know, I end it, like I say, ditto to everybody. And we're going to sign off here. And it's been really great having y'all on. And we'll do this again.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And
Thank
of
y'all.
course, my classic sign off. to everybody out there in TV land. Remember, you know what to do. You got to smash that like button. Share this out on your favorite social media. Hit the bell to receive all notifications. And until next time, stay magnificent.
And we're in. You need to say anything, Tom?
Oh yeah, just may the shelf be with you.
Love
I'll
it.
give you something even better than that before I log off of here.
Oh yeah.
There you go. There's a little Wookiee for you. I can only do that during the day because when I'm
Tom,
streaming
I think
after like 10 o'clock at night, I can't do it because it wakes everybody up in the house.
Well, I just heard tanks, and I think we're playing big dick here. No, I'm just.
No, I just heard a fellow Wookiee. I had to respond. It's courtesy.
So, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm gonna get to my day and see what I need to do or not do, and then hell, if I see somebody streaming later, you might see me in a chat. Tank, when you get a chance, just DM me the your information, and
Roger that.
I'll text you and say, hey, this is me, and you can program it in, and I'll program your shit in. So
Word.
you'll have a wonderful day. I don't have an outro or anything. I'm trying to find somebody to help make me some outros and intros and all that, like, so that, try to make it even more entertaining when we're doing some cool, like, shows and stuff. But we'll get there. So over and out, ditto.